Welcome to the Coach Jake Gaines Show, sponsored today by W.C. Wright & Son, a proud supporter of Moody Blue Devil football. I'm your host, David Simpson. Coach, congratulations on win number 8, 8-2 on the season.
Thank you.
And you got a part of that region championship.
Yep, it was good. We played really well, I think, on all three phases. I was really proud of the guys, especially the way we responded after the disappointing outcome of the week before. But kids, they showed up. We had a great week of practice, and we played really hard on Friday and executed and did some really good things.
Let's kind of go into the game a little bit. First quarter, they deferred, kickoff to us. You have a good drive going, kind of stalls. Caleb pins them deep, and then your defense really, really set the tone early in the game.
Yeah, we played field position there. I think that might have been the first time I've punted on the plus side of the 50 in 2 years, but I felt really good about our defense and our defensive game plan, and knew that, field position, we call it hidden yardage with punts this year. We've been plus, hundreds of yards in terms of our punt team versus their punt team every week, so I was really proud of that. And defense got a stop. We ended up starting that next drive on like about the 30, 35, and was able to punch it in. So
you had a key fourth down play, I believe, on that drive, and then CJ hooked up with KD to get the touchdown.
Yep.
PAT failed, kicked right back to them, and then on their drive, the big play everybody's talking about, I believe Chase had a big pick six. Can you kind of talk about that a little bit?
Oh, it was a phenomenal play. I mean, they rolled out to our left, their right, and it was just a throwback. It was covered. Caleb did a great job, took the guy out. That's something Leeds had ran on us, and we did not cover it, so we covered it, and Chase just made a really, really good play. One-hand pick six, Sports Center type play, and it was awesome. And it was definitely a momentum swing right there. It went 14-0. I think so. We went for two. We did. Yeah. So got it to 14-0. Kind of like took the momentum, and I don't think we kind of ever gave it back.
The interception, your reaction to it was priceless. I love that in a coach. I don't know. He was voted. He was leading the votes for the national play of the week. That I haven't seen the results on that. Do you know if it?
I haven't. I have not seen that.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either. So hopefully we can find something out on that. You get the ball back. It's up. Well, I think we're up 13-0.
13. Okay.
Second quarter, you have the ball in your fourth down, and you run a successful fake punt. Kind of explain the fake punt.
Well, so all week, we had talked about. We told Caleb that we felt like the left side was open in terms of just catch it, don't tell anybody, and just do it. So, like, he made a football play, and he made that call. That was on him to see it and go. So he's looking at me for, like, clarification, and I'm looking at him like, wide-eyed, and just kind of I'm giving him the signal for what a punt is.
Yeah.
And he keeps looking at me, shaking me off like a pitcher, shaking off a pitch. So finally, we're locked in, eye contact, and I just give him this weird, like, this means nothing. It doesn't mean do it. Like that. Yeah. We have a completely different signal, and I just kind of point at him, and he made that decision and made a football play right there, and it was a huge
momentum
swing. It was absolutely there. He saw it, and that goes back to film study, practice, and just taking what we do in practice in the meeting room and applying it on Friday night. So really proud of the play. I did not see it in terms of what he was seeing. I thought they had two over there, but he did. He made the right call, and
it was a great call.
Yep.
So then CJ hooks up with Aiden on a huge pass. He breaks the tackle, takes it down inside the red zone. Next play, CJ shows his running skills and gets in there. We go for two. Blaine makes the 2 point. We're up 21-0. It's like Southside shell shock. It looked like. I mean, you were in control of that ball game.
Yeah, it felt good. That's a really, really good football team. Yep. Same football team that beat the team that beat us a couple weeks before by 10. So we came out, we started fast, and just really proud of the overall execution. Like I said, special teams, offense, defense, and when you get up on top, it's tough probably against any good football team to come back from 21. So, but they kept fighting. Kudos to them. They kept fighting, and they played hard to the end. But I was really proud of the way we were able to kind of finish that game.
So they get the ball in the second quarter, and they drive down. They score, cut it to 14. Well, they take the opening kickoff, and that was the longest drive.
Mhm.
I mean,
10 minutes.
we had a interception call back due to offset penalties, but it was right at a 10-minute drive. I think it was 9 minutes and 53 seconds to be exact. So they cut the lead to 7, but you answered right back. I mean, your offense responded well and got another touchdown on the board.
Yeah, that first drive they scored it. We fell down on a 4th and 10, and if we don't fall down, we probably either pick it or at least break it up. So that stuff happens. But defense, man, they played so hard. And then that 10-minute drive, there was 4 third down conversions and 1 or 2 fourth down conversions. It was a 19-play drive, 10 minutes. Yeah. And brutal on the defense, but man, they made them keep spotting the ball, made them keep running the play, and finally they got in. But our offense, man, they answered the bell, would go right back down the field and score, and then there's really up 14, starting the 4th. There's not much time left for them to do anything.
Well, I think Blaine ended up taking a 35-yard run, kind of separates herself there to get the win. It's a big win for Moody to claim part of the championship. One thing I want to talk to you about, their running back, Mason Teague. He was averaging almost 200 yards a game. You held him to 72 yards for that game. Yeah. Thoughts on that a little bit?
Oh, he's a stud. Great running back. Good vision, good cuts, and he's physical. Strong. And the O-line's big, and they get movement, man. Like our front and our box, they showed up, and they were physical. And it was a nasty physical game. And our guys responded and got up and made plays. And, to keep him under – 100, under 150, is a win for most teams, and we were able to contain them for the most part. Was definitely key in us getting that win.
It was a big win. Your senior class, talk about your senior class for a little bit.
Yeah, so there's 21 of them, which is awesome. I think that's kind of where we'll be from here on out in terms of numbers. But they're special. When I met them, they were sophomores. Met them in December, right at the end of their first semester of their sophomore year. So I haven't seen them grow all the way up, but I've seen them grow a lot, and they're really special to me. That was a class that, the senior class last year was smaller, had some really good football players, but this class, I knew was going to be special. I knew as they all played as sophomores, a lot of them as freshmen. They've been playing a long time around here, lots of starts under their belts. But what they've done for me more than just wins and losses, they've helped me establish this culture that's going to go on for a long time. And they do a lot of things that I asked them that's not easy, living to the standard and in all aspects of our life. And I've appreciate them, more than they know about, for helping me get that done.
Well, congratulations to them. Congratulations to you on the big win. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about Scottsboro in the first round of the state playoffs. You're watching the Coach Jake Gaines Show, sponsored today by W.C. Wright & Son.
With our summer smoothies and poolside quesadilla.
You think this is just a gray metal box, right? Let's get a little closer. Closer. Yeah, Manor brand air conditioners are designed, engineered, and assembled in the USA.
Welcome back to the Coach Jake Gaines Show, sponsored today by W.C. Wright & Son. Joining me now is senior defensive player Gavin Baker and offensive wide receiver, senior number 6, Aiden Robinson. Guys, thank you for being here today.
Yes, sir. Of course.
Gavin, you got a big game coming up. Well, you had a big game Friday night against Southside. Can you touch on that a little bit?
Yes, sir. We just, did our thing on defense side of the ball. We had great field position from our punting team and from the offense. They just kept doing their thing. So we just played really well defense all around.
How tough was it to bring down that running back, Mason Teague?
Oh, he's a hard runner. He's strong, physical. He's a good running back.
So I've noticed you played down a lot on defensive end. Was that the design to kind of stop their explosive offense?
A little bit. We're just trying some new things out. Yes, sir.
So what about this Friday night? You're on the road, first round of the state playoff. It's a 5-game season now. Game 1 is always important. Can you talk about Scottsboro a little bit?
Yeah, Scottsboro, they run the triple option. They're a good team. So, it's just about us. We got to focus on the next game.
You feeling healthy? You feeling
yes, sir.
good?
Feeling great.
Good week of practice?
Yes, sir.
So now I'm going to ask you a couple of off-topic questions. So who's your favorite professional athlete?
Probably Nick Bosa.
Okay. Favorite professional team?
Probably 49ers.
49ers, that's a good one. In school, what's your favorite subject? Don't say PE.
Probably science.
Science,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
that's good. Do you have a favorite TV show?
I don't watch too much TV.
None of y'all do. What about a favorite movie?
Probably Hacksaw Ridge.
Okay, that's a good one. Favorite food to eat?
Probably pizza.
Pizza. Well, you can't go wrong there.
Yes, sir.
Well, congratulations on. I know it's your senior year. Congratulations on having a part of the region championship.
Yes,
That's
sir.
huge in 5A ball. We are looking forward to a good game Friday night for you. Aiden Robinson, Mr. Reliable. I don't know if you know, that's what we call you on the radio broadcast.
Yes, sir.
For 11. So, a big game against Southside. Huge pass, catch, and throw and pass from Charlie to you. You broke a tackle. Kind of talk about the Southside game a little bit.
Going into the week, we're just focusing on ourselves, just trying to be better because, at the beginning of the season, we started off kind of slow, so we're just trying to get better every week and just develop chemistry and stuff like that. And Charlie's been doing great because it's his first year.
Yeah.
So it's been doing great.
One thing we noticed, too, you're blocking on the perimeter. Is that something you work hard on each week, or is that just a natural ability?
I do work hard at it, but, I think I got it kind of, it's from God, yeah. But, yeah, I work hard at it, and, beginning of my career, I didn't really get the ball that much, so
yeah,
I had to do something to get on the field.
So now big Friday night game at Scottsboro on the road, first round of the playoffs. Thoughts on their defense, Scottsboro's defense?
Yes, sir. We started watching film on them, and, they have a lot of talent on that side of the ball, so, we just have to focus on us and do what we do every week.
I heard that. Couple of questions for you. Your favorite professional athlete?
Football-wise, probably Odell.
Odell Beckham?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's a good one. Favorite professional team?
I'm going to go along with Gavin and say San Fran.
Okay. Favorite subject in high school?
Right now, probably anatomy.
Oh, okay.
Big
That's a good
science
one.
guy.
You have a favorite TV show?
No, not TV.
None of
but
y'all
I'll give you
watch
a movie. I'll give you a movie.
Well, okay, watch the movie.
Favorite movie of all time, Titanic for sure.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Favorite food?
I'll say some boneless wings, honey barbecue.
There you go.
Yes,
I
sir.
like those as well. One question, I'm going to go back to Gavin too, but I want to ask you, Aiden, first. Senior year, any colleges reaching out? Are you hearing from anybody?
Right now it's kind of slow, but right now I'm just focused on playing for Moody right now, and then going to school, getting my work done.
I know I see your on Huddle, you have some of your videos out there.
Yes, sir.
And on 411 Network, we're promoting you as well, so hopefully you'll get some contact here soon.
Yes, sir.
Gavin, for you, I know you're leading. You and Zane are up there in the top 10 or at least top 15 in tackles in the state of Alabama. Any colleges reaching out to you?
Yes, sir. A few. But right now, just focusing on playing for Moody and then focusing on my schoolwork.
So when the season's over, that's when y'all will take to
Yep.
really focus on your
Yes,
next
sir.
level of football.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's awesome. Well, guys, big game Friday night. Hopefully we'll have a big crowd from Moody show up. Y'all have a good week of practice, and unfortunately, I guess I got to send y'all back to class. So y'all have a great week, safe travels, and we'll see y'all Friday night at Scottsboro. You've been watching the Coach Jake Gainer Show, sponsored today by W.C. Wright & Son, a proud supporter of Moody Blue Devil football.
You think this is just a gray metal box, right? Let's get a little closer. Closer? Amanda brand gas furnaces are designed, engineered, and assembled in the USA. So this baby is true red, white, and blue.
What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
What if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he tramples him and then he's like, oh no, and he tries to go back and he tramples him some more and he's like, I'm so sorry.
Wait, what?
Welcome back to the Coach Jake Gainey Show, sponsored today by WC Wright & Son. Coach, first round state playoffs. We're on the road. Let's talk about Scottsboro a little bit.
Yeah, really good football team. Really good football team. They're well coached. They were in a three-way tie like us, so they easily could have been the region, sole region champs up there. They finished with a tiebreaker, ended up being the 2 seed. So we're on the road. Got to go up there last Friday and check them out, see the stadium, see Aiden there in town, see everything, and it's a really cool environment. Stadium is really, really nice. The home side is huge. It's a little older, not in a bad way, but you could just tell that the away side is newer. For our fans, it's great, and it's a really, really good setup. It feels like how high school football, stadium should be, and man, it's going to be a challenge in all three phases, but we're excited.
So what are you going to do? Well, first on Scottsboro, they run the triple option. On defense, what do they run on defense?
They're 4 down. They play, too high, or they'll bring pressure and play man. So what you see a decent amount, you're either odd or 4 down. And so they're a 4 down team. So 4 D linemen, 2 linebackers. Technically 3 linebackers for them and 4 guys in the secondary. So just kind of trying to pick and choose what we like versus, what shell we get in terms of the coverage, and then kind of work from there.
So last year first time we went on the road, it was kind of different. What are you doing different this time on the road than last year?
Yep, so it's the exact same week on the calendar as when we went to Arab, so we're off Friday. I learned a lot about our team last year, and unfortunately in the wrong way with how we handled that day. I tried to keep the schedule as normal as possible without school, brought them in early, and I sent them home, got them back. No one missed or anything, but I just feel like we weren't locked in. When we get to Albertville, we go to Albertville High School. It was kind of like on the way to Arab-ish. I didn't want to bust 2 hours, get off a 2-hour bus ride, and then roll. So I want to try to get somewhere like Albertville where I can get there around 1 and then treat from 1 to 10 p.m. is the exact same as if we're going to Springville. The route from Albertville to Scottsboro is almost the exact time from Moody to Springville. So trying to just keep a normal away game routine. So we'll get to Albertville. We'll hang out in the indoor. Their coach and administration's been super awesome to us. They helped us last year, helping us again this year, and we'll kind of spread out in there, and then we'll do a walkthrough, eat in their cafeteria, which is their whole facilities are beautiful. If you haven't been, they've got it going on up there, and we will leave just like we would a normal away game and get there around 4:15. And that was something like last year when we went to Arab. We showed up right before we walked the field. And I always give my kids 20, 30 minutes to get their stuff down, relax, figure out where they are, and then do that. But last year, everything was so rushed. And part of that was, circumstances we couldn't control. We had a pregame meal, and it was late getting there, calling them, saying, hey, where's the food? We'll have food. And they got there, but we were a little late, and everything felt rushed and just everything about it. So I've challenged my seniors and my leaders that we're going to handle this day the right way. We don't want to play on Thursday. We want to play on Friday, and we're going to redeem ourselves from this day. And, again, it wasn't anything specific. It was just I felt the overall team did not handle that day well. And this year, they'll come in for prayer breaks. We're going to keep them here. We're going to set up some Xboxes and have a movie going up at the school in the library and some classrooms, and we're going to spread out and have plenty of downtime right there. And then we're going to get on the bus a little earlier this year. We're going to get there earlier. That way when we get there, they're not rushed to go to pregame, to go here, to go here. We're just going to have everything slowed down so they've got plenty of time. So I feel a lot better about the plan. Obviously not knowing last year, but after experiencing it now, having the exact same road test, I'm very excited. So
what's the relationship with Albertville? Do you know the coach, or does Dr. Walters know the administration there? What's the connection?
Yes, I know the former principal, and he was the head coach, and he was a principal for 14, 15 years there, and still lives in the community. He's very active. And I knew last year's coach, he left. Well, this year we were looking for JV games, and their coach had reached out to me through our mutual friend and so we established that connection. So I called him. I was like, hey, Jay Gaines at Moody, and I told him kind of what the situation was, what I was planning on doing. He, just like the coach last year, they're just good people. He just said, oh, man, come on. We'll do whatever we got to do. They're out of school. Nothing's going on. So, man, just really gracious host up there. So really appreciative to them.
That's great. Well, we're looking forward to a big game Friday night. It is at Scottsboro High School. The stadium is off campus, so the address to put in your GPA is 101 Legion Street in Scottsboro. It's Pat Trammell Stadium. It's about a 2-hour drive from Moody. So we're looking forward for the Blue Devil Nation, 411 Nation, to step up and be there and be loud for our Blue Devils. Coach, before we leave, Amon in his Under Armour jersey, kind of touch on that a little bit before we.
Yeah, so they send you a jersey for your presentation. They used to, I think probably before COVID, they would send an Under Armour representative out where they would hand them the jersey and all that. Now they just kind of let the school do it. So we didn't make too big a deal of it. He didn't want that, but we just, invited the team and any students that wanted to come last Friday into the gym. And, I had a script that I read off and just, basically that was his introduction as an Under Armour All-American, which, is a huge honor. The first one at Moody. And definitely not the last, but very excited about, again, just another standard being set around here that we're just trying to take this program to places it's never been. So it goes back to my saying, we got to do things we've never done to get to places we've never been. So really excited for him. He'll be January 3rd or 4th, I think the 3rd, but we'll post it on Facebook and all that. So it'll be in Orlando, and it'll be on ESPN, so you'll be able to watch him and do all that.
Is he cleared now? Can he play in the North-South All-Star game and the Under Armour game?
So we're hoping to get him cleared here in the next week or two to play for Moody is the plan.
Oh, good
so
deal.
We will he should be back. We're looking about a week or so out from getting him back.
Awesome. One more thing about the game Friday night. We're waiting on to hear word about the broadcast on the 411 network. So stay tuned. Stay tuned on social media. We'll announce that about the broadcast, audio and video. Coach, again, thank you. Looking forward to Friday night. Safe travels up to Scottsboro. You've been watching the Coach Jake Gaines Show, sponsored today by WC Ride & Son. Tonight starts the first game of a 5-week season. Yes, only 5 games remain for your Moody Blue Devils. All the hard work during winter, spring, and summer workouts and a 10-game regular season now comes down to only 5 games. 5 straight weeks lie ahead for the Blue Devils. No, not all 5 games are guaranteed, but each game is important, but not as important as the first game. There are only 32 teams vying for the 5A state title. After tonight, there will be only 16. Will our Blue Devils be one of the 16? We'll find out tonight if they are ready. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to the 411 Network. I am David Simpson, the voice of the Moody Blue Devils, alongside Brett Staggs and the big man on the sideline, Willie Strickland. We welcome you to Pat Trammell Stadium here in Scottsboro, Alabama, for the first round of the 5A state playoffs. Moody finished the regular season with a share of the Region 6 championship and earned a 3rd seed based off region and non-region games. A lot at stake tonight, guys. Moody's had an off week. They should be good to go, but most importantly, it is good to be back with my co-workers here on the 411 Network.
It sure is. 2 weeks was way too long. We're so excited to be back up in the booth and see Big Willie down there on the field. It's an incredible night for football. The weather is exactly what you want it to be. A little rain earlier in the day, but now it's just a little bit chilly, not too cold, and we know these players are so excited for both teams to get out there and represent, and you said it exactly right. 5-game season, win or go home. Every play, you play it just like it's your last.
It's like you said, it's been a long 2 weeks. That off week was kind of weird. On Friday night, I was just like, what am I going to do?
Exactly.
So we did go out to eat, but you're still following high school football, trying to find out how we would line up. And I would listen to the Etowah Southside game, turned that on, and Etowah was winning. I'm thinking, well, that's going to make us could fall us into the 2nd seed, which we would host at home, but we've been in a little bit tougher bracket. This bracket is still tough, but we've got some matchups we like. Coach Gaines likes. Scottsboro, their region was also Region 7 was also in a three-way tie,
Exactly.
so they had to wait till the final regular season games were completed to know where their seeding was going to be. But Scottsboro, a very, very good football team, very dangerous team. They've, I think, lost to Gunnersville and Arab on the year. I believe they're 8-2 as well. They run that triple option. Moody has seen that this year, so they're, I guess I want to say prepared.
Sure.
But Chris Bell, who came from Oak Mountain, who runs that triple option to perfection, is starting to get their groove here late in the season. So Moody's got to be very disciplined as well tonight. The big man on the sideline, Willie Strickland, is down on the field. Willie, give us some thoughts about tonight's matchup.
Well, first of all, welcome back. And you talked about what you did last week. I actually, myself, went to watch St. Clair and Dora last week, and I see one of my St. Clair boys over there with the Moody kids, and I just love that because that's what it should be about. But it's cool, it's crisp, it's playoff football. I enjoy. I'd much rather be at home, don't get me wrong, but I enjoy coming on the road and coming out with a victory on the road. David, I think me and you both have seen a few of those in our time.
Yeah, we have playoffs. It's like the March Madness.
Yep.
You don't always guarantee whoever hosts or has the higher seeds always the better team. So last night we'll talk about our picks here later. I didn't know there was some of the games got moved to Thursday night due to the weather. So last night Southside and Boaz played. I know that's going to be one of our pick-ems, so we'll have to be honest on our picks when we get ready to go to that. But, it's again, anything could happen. 5 straight weeks of football. I hope we're playing for 5 straight weeks. This has been such fun for 10 straight weeks of regular season games. I mean, we've seen some high emotions and some low emotions, but that's all part of it. That's all part of it. And we also want to thank Eric Parsons, Kenny Burke, Coach Gaines, Dr. Walters for working with NFHS to get this broadcast live tonight. We talked about earlier after the Southside game that we would only do audio, the old school radio broadcast, and then we talked about the game will be filmed, but it'll be tape delayed. That's how we kind of thought things were going, but then earlier this week it was decided that we could tie into the NFHS site, and those who are watching tonight had to pay a subscription, a monthly or a yearly, and we appreciate y'all doing that, being able to watch your Blue Devils live here up in Scottsboro. So we got a lot going on. Scottsboro, Alabama. This stadium is off campus. It's Pat Trammell Stadium here in Scottsboro. Nice little hour and almost 2 hour, I guess about a 2 hour drive.
Just at it.
Up 259, get off exit 218, turn left, and go straight.
Yes, sir.
So a beautiful drive up here. We're glad that Moody, it looks like they have brought a good crowd. We're looking over we're right here on the visitor side. We have a press box on the visitor side tonight, and the crowd the stands are starting to fill up for Moody. So that's great to see. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. I want to again thank all of our sponsors this year. So you're watching Moody Blue Devil football on the 411 Network.
Want to know why it's hard to stop a train? It's how we've invented products that reinvented our world. It's how we test as hard as the elements do. It's how we run.
What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
What if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he tramples him and then he's like, oh no, and he tries to go back and he tramples him some more and he's like, I'm so sorry.
Wait, what?
Contact local agent Bart Perry for an auto quote today.
One might be tempted to say, excuse me, Mr. Grill Man, there appears to be a little extra burger on my burger. You're dang right there is. Everybody goes to Milo's.
Contact Bart Perry for an auto quote today.
Welcome back to Pat Trammell Stadium here in Scottsboro, Alabama, where tonight your Moody Blue Devils will be taking on the Wildcats from Scottsboro in the first round of the 5A state playoffs. And we're going to get into our game day picks here very shortly, as Willie is in conversation with our principal, so we don't want to interrupt that because it's something very important going on, talking with Dr. Walters. Again, we thank for his support. Helping us with the broadcast tonight. And thanks to all our sponsors this year. We had some calls wanting to sponsor late in the season, but be on the lookout for me, Brad, Willie, Eric Parsons. Beginning of 2024, spring of 2024, we'll be knocking on your door, see if you're interested in being a sponsor for the football season, 2024 football season here on the 411 Network. So once Willie, he's looking like he's about done, we're going to get to our game day picks. We got 5 games to pick tonight. I thought about doing all 32 teams, so do half of that, 16 games, so we could try to. I thought, well, that'd be way too many. And that would probably shoot somebody up way over, or Brett would get the big lead and blow everybody else away.
It's a tight race now.
It is a tight race. So 2 weeks ago, Brett Staggs was at 6-2 on his game day picks. I was at 6-2, and Willie was at 4-4. Overall, Brett Staggs is at 59-18. I'm at 58, and Brett is 59-18. I'm 58-19, and Willie's at 53-24.
My record is like my NFL team. The Washington Commanders were just barely making it.
And I got some asterisks here on my note. We got to give Brett Madison a shout out. He's at 11-2 on the year. He's filled in for us during the season, and he has been a big part of the 411 Network. And we thank Brett Madison for his support. Done an incredible job. So hopefully next year we'll have him more involved, doing some more stuff as we grow this network. So let's get into our game day picks. Again, one game was played last night. I believe that may be the only game. But game one, the Raglan Purple Devils, 6-4. In 1A, they're 1A Region 6, 4-2. They're at Valley Head Tigers, who are 7-3 and 5-1, and they're in Region 1A Region 6. I have them. I think that may be a misprint. I'm not sure what region they are in, but they're taking on the Valley Head Tigers tonight at Valley Head. Willie, who do you have?
You know I love this. This will be the 9th meeting between the Purple Devils and the Tigers. Raglan leads the series 6-2. This is the 3rd meeting for these two in the playoffs. They have split 1 each. They met in the playoffs last year with Raglan winning last season, and I picked Raglan to win tonight.
Willie goes with the Purple Devils.
Willie, it's a great pick. I went back and forth on this one. I really did, and I tried to find all the statistics to help me. But what eventually gave the nod to the Valley Head Tigers was the fact that they are playing at home tonight. So I'm giving the nod to Valley Head, and I'm taking them to win.
Me and Brett Stagg think a lot alike, so I'm also going to pick the Valley Head Tigers against Raglan Purple Devils. I went back and forth, too, because I think it's a very good matchup in the first round in 1A. Game 2, Springville Tigers, 5-5 overall, 3-3 in Region 6. They're at Guntersville Wildcats, who are 9-1 overall. In Region 7, they're the number 1 seed in Region 7 at 4-1. Willie, who do you have?
Now, you said it right. Guntersville comes in as Region 1 seed, and they are red hot. They only gave up 103 total points on defense this season. Springville is a grinded-out team, outlasted St. Clair for the last spot. Guntersville will take care of business tonight.
Willie goes with Guntersville. Brett Staggs.
Yes, sir. I'm with you, Willie. Guntersville Wildcats. Guntersville's only lost 1 game. It was to Arab, and they've played every other game super tough. I believe it's going to be a long, quiet drive back home for the Springville Tigers tonight. I'm taking Guntersville to win.
This is an interesting matchup. Springville, it's interesting. Springville and St. Clair had to play to get that 4th seed in Region 6, and people are asking, well, how can they, that's one great thing. I'm glad Alabama finally Alabama High School Athletic Association years ago changed it. Back when I played, you had to win the region outright. You had to be the region champ to qualify for the state, but we only had 4A was the highest level of competition back in that day, so it's been 40-something years ago, so you tell you my age there. So I think it's great that they could have 4 teams, and again, it's like March Madness. You never know what can happen when you play a playoff game. But looking at this matchup, I got to go with Guntersville. I just think they're too strong. Springville doesn't have that. They have a good offense, but if they get behind, they don't have that offense to score quick. They really don't have a lot of passing going on in their offense, so I'm going to go with Guntersville Wildcats to beat Springville. Game 3 was played last night. Boaz Pirates 5-5 overall, 2-3 in Region 7. They were at Southside Gaston Panthers, who were 8-2 overall and 5-1, tied they got a part of the region championship in Region 6 at 5-1. Who did y'all pick last night for that game, Willie?
Well, I got to read the
Go ahead
stuff
with the history,
anyway.
bro.
Yes, I love it. This is actually a rivalry that started back in 1936. This is the 26th meeting they played in the regular season. Panthers won in overtime, 48-45. This is the first ever playoff meeting, and it will be close. But I did pick the Panthers to win.
Willie went with Southside. Brett Staggs.
Willie went with Southside, and I went with you. The last time they played this season, it was an overtime game, and Southside Gadsden won in overtime. It was a tough game. I thought they had an off night, and then if they hadn't played yet, I was going to pick Southside to win by 10 points tonight. However, it didn't go the way that I imagined.
And I also picked Southside.
Good job being honest, everybody.
Yeah, that's right. It was a game, I thought Southside with their offense and Mason Teague running back, and we'll talk about him here shortly, how Moody fared against him 2 weeks ago. I thought that offense would just, wear Boaz down, but looking back at that regular season game, they went to overtime.
True.
And it was like 54-48 or something, some very high-scoring game. But again, Boaz, congratulations for them. They were 5-5 overall, 2-3 in the region. Now they're 6-5, and they go on to round 2. Game 4, Arabian Nights, 8-2 overall, 4-1 in Region 7. They're at Leeds Green Wave, 8-2 and 5-1, also in Region 6, and they also share part of the Region 6 title. Willie, who do you have?
Well, if you guys didn't know, this is also the first ever meeting between these two schools. The Green Wave defense has only given up 147 points this season. The Arabian Knights are not the Arabian Knights of last season, but they are still a great team. I picked the Green Wave to win at the Madhouse on Whitmire Street.
Is that the new nickname?
Well, that's the one I gave it anyway.
Brett Staggs.
Yes, sir. This was tough to decipher between these two regions. All of these games that are being played between these regions are difficult, especially the top 3 teams, because the seedings were different. This team beat that team, and that team beat that team. It's really hard to get a clear picture of what the power struggle is like between our region and the region that we're playing against. I went back and forth again. It was tough to decipher, but in the end, I'm going to agree with you. Leeds is going to get the victory at home. I believe they're going to pull out some magic, like I believe similar to what happened to Moody, and that Leeds is going to get the victory tonight against Arab.
I'm also, this is another 3-0 pick here. I think Leeds, Arab is more of a run-oriented team. Leeds' defense is starting to gel. So I think Leeds, I think it'll be close early, but I think Leeds pulls away. Connor Nelson's really coming on here late in the season. So I think Leeds will get that victory tonight as well. The final game, the big game, the Moody Blue Devils, 8-2, 5-1 in region play, and they also share part of that Region 6 title. We're at Scottsboro Wildcats, who are 8-2 and 4-1 overall in Region 7. Willie, who do you have?
You've talked about that triple offense. This is the 3rd time Moody's seen it, and apparently this will be the best run our best version of the offense. I believe the Moody Blue Devil defense will be disciplined and hold their own, and I believe the Blue Devils will walk out of here with a road playoff victory. I love road playoff wins.
Yes, sir, Willie. I'm going to agree with you. I watched as much film as I possibly could. This Scottsboro team is extremely well coached. They play disciplined football. Everybody's in the right position at the right time. They're truly reading this triple option. And yes, Moody has seen the triple option this season, but what that means is that Scottsboro has film on how we play defense against the triple option. So that's going to give them a little bit of leg up. But in the end, I believe the Moody Blue Devils are going to overpower the Scottsboro Wildcats, and we're going to have a long and loud and excited drive back to Moody, Alabama tonight. Go Blue Devils.
Looking at this game, first game's always scary, especially when you host at home, because I go back for years when Moody has been in the state playoffs and was able to host at the Bill. Every game was tight, even last year. The game against Jasper, if y'all remember that, everybody was picking Moody to win single-handedly. It was going to be a blowout, but Jasper came in. You read all the hype. The players read hype, start reading social media. You think, well, this is we're getting the 4 seed here, and we saw how tough that game was for Moody when they played Jasper at home last season. So this game, Chris Bell talking to the coaches, they talked about how he's perfected that triple option. It's all about assignment, who to block. I'm sure they watched a lot of films. I think Zane Smith and Gavin Baker, the brothers of Boom,
I agree,
have to have a great game. Our ends, our interior linemen with Cam Mallory, Logan Hall have to be on fire, and our ends with Brock Willis and Brady Dodd, Simon Molay. I believe Simon's cleared to play. He's been 2 weeks, so hopefully he's back. I haven't heard. I think we're 100%. Well, besides Amon, I believe we're good to go health-wise for the Blue Devils. So this game, I think our defense, if we come out and play the defense we played against Southside, and our offense, Charlie Johnston, what can we say about Charlie, Brett and Willie? He is just, man, each week has improved. Offensive line, my goodness, what have they done? They've opened up holes for, Blaine's been tough running in some games, getting it going, but once he gets going, that offensive line gets gelling. Blaine has a great night. I think he's going to have a great night tonight. I think we're going to see some things we probably haven't seen before for this game to get that big first-round victory. So I'm also going with the Moody Blue Devils tonight to get that win here at Scottsboro. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have some stats. I'll get Brett to talk about some yearly stats on some of our Moody Blue Devil players. You're watching Moody Blue Devil football here on the 411 Network.
Well, we just qualified. Let's get to work.
What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
What if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he tramples him and then he's like, oh no, and he tries to go back and he tramples him some more and he's like, I'm so sorry.
Wait, what?
As respected industry leaders, we are here,
working hard for you
in an effort to provide you with
excellence in sports medicine
and excellence in sports injury prevention.
We're here for the coaches, athletic trainers and mentors
who are shaping the next generation of legends.
We are here to help keep your kids and family
safe and healthy.
We are here for you,
aggressively pursuing
victory over injury.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
One might be tempted to say, excuse me, Mr. Grill Man, there appears to be a little extra burger on my burger. You're dang right there is.
Everybody goes to Milo's.
With an overall record of 8-2. Welcome back to Pat Trammell Stadium here in Scottsboro, Alabama, where tonight the Moody Blue Devils will be taking on the Wildcats of Scottsboro. Going to go down to the big man on the sideline, Willie Strickland, to give us some history. Well, some key stats on this matchup tonight. Willie.
Well, you know I love giving history, but there is no history because this will be the first ever meeting between the Blue Devils and the Wildcats. Scottsboro comes in with a record of 8-2, as you talked about, finished second in Class 5A Region 7, or seeded second, behind Gunnersville. The Wildcats' 2 losses came to region champion or region 1 seed, since it was a 3-way tie, 20-6 to Gunnersville, and Mars Hill, 1 point loss, 36-35. Mars Hill is from Class 3A Region 8. They've scored 413 points and gave up 264. Scottsboro, formerly Jackson County. Moody is also 8-2 and finished tied for the 3-way tie, just like them, for the Class 5A Region 6 title with Leeds and Southside. Moody got the 3rd place vote and had to travel first round. Moody scored 331 and gave up 133. Moody's 2 losses, as we know, to Bishop McNamara of Maryland and to the Leeds Greenway. This is going to be a great matchup and a great game, and like I said earlier, looking forward to the Moody Blue Devils walking out of here with a hard-fought, tough, good playoff win.
Thank you, Willie. Good information there. Again, we want to thank Dr. Walters, Coach Gaines, Eric Parsons for working with NFHS and the 411 Network to get this broadcast for you tonight. Now we're going to go to Brett Staggs, who's going to give some stats on some key players for 10 weeks. We got a lot of stats here on some key players. So, Brett, what you got?
Yeah, so looking back a couple weeks ago to Southside first, we just have to mention Mason Teague, an incredible running back. I mean, one of the toughest that we've played all season. He was averaging coming into that game over 200 yards rushing per game. Held to, what was it, 72?
72 yards.
The Moody Blue Devils defense has showed up and showed out, so they were certainly MVPs of that game. Chase Jackson had a big one as well.
I was going to talk about Chase Jackson. It was all over social media.
It was.
And he was up for the play of the week nationally, and there was a voting poll. I never saw the results of that.
Yeah, neither did I.
I don't know if when I voted, he was leading by thousands of votes.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking he won it, but I don't know what happened or if somebody didn't follow up on our end.
Yeah,
I tried to look. I couldn't find anything.
If he didn't win that, something is wrong.
Yeah,
I mean, I've never seen anything like that in person. It
was an ESPN type top 10 play. I mean, jumping up in the air, climbing the ladder, yanking it with one hand, and then the return. It was a great play. Charlie Johnson had a wonderful football game, and again, he's just gotten better and better. And I want to go to some yearly stats. I want to start with Charlie. Charlie comes into this season as a junior. His completion rating was at 65% completion rating, 127 for 194 attempts. He had 1,862 yards receiving or passing, 186 yards rushing as well, as long as 22 touchdowns, and in passing, only 2 interceptions on the entire year. Charlie Johnson played an incredible game. He was very reliable, incredible season, very reliable. Was very smart with the football. Blaine Burke, 120 rushes for 900 yards and 10 touchdowns. Also throw in 162 yards receiving with 4 touchdowns there. Blaine Burke has been great all season. Let's see if he can get over the hundo mark tonight and make this a 1,000-yard rushing season. And then our leading receiver on the year, there were so many players with great stats. I couldn't get to all of them. Katie Barnes, 730 yards receiving and 9 touchdowns. He's really stepped up, and he's been incredible. And then I have to mention the offensive line all year for Moody Blue Devils has played incredible. They've given Charlie Johnson plenty of time to make reads and to get the ball out, but they've also opened up wide holes for Abram Jackson and Blaine Burke to get down and to make some plays. And so go into the defensive side of the ball. Zane Smith and Gavin Baker. My goodness gracious, if I was drafting a football team out of high school, these two would be very high on the list. I call them the Brothers of Boom, and you'll see why in just a moment. Zane Smith, 139 tackles on the regular season. 139 tackles on the regular season. Some starters don't have 139 tackles in their entire career. Zane Smith on the season also throw in 12 tackles for loss. He's everywhere he needs to be. He makes beautiful reads. Gavin Baker, 120 tackles, 11 tackles for loss. Throw in 3 sacks on that. And then a junior, one of the leaders of the defense, Caleb Goff, 79 tackles on the year, 2 interceptions, 3 caused fumbles. He's always out there barking orders, making sure his people are in the right space, and he brings energy to the team. Barack Willis, a young man, a freshman, comes in. He's a pass rush specialist at its finest. He's tall, he's long, he's fast, 9 sacks on the season. Already an offer to Ole Miss and others. That young man's going to be a terror for the next 3 years. A.J. Madison, 2 interceptions, 11 pass deflections, and 56 tackles. And not to mention Chase Jackson, Sidney Walton, were mostly avoided for this season. They didn't want to throw over in their direction. Very sound defensive line. I mean, we've talked about all season Cam Mallory, Logan Hall, Brady Dodd, Simon Mole. So many that we could go into that have played so well. It was hard to choose who I was going to go into, but incredible play from this entire team.
Charlie Kitts as well.
Yes.
Played some key plays. Been in on some key plays as well. Marshall Teofilo.
Absolutely.
That linebacker, Jagger Ludolph. I mean, we can keep naming. I think, as I said earlier in the year, Coach Gaines said he had about 18 to 19 players he could put on defense, and all of them, whoever he started, there would be no drop-off, and that's been proven this year. So it's going to be interesting to see what this matchup is going to happen here in about under 9 minutes. We got about 8 minutes and 40 seconds before the kickoff. Not sure when we're going to be doing the national anthem. Looking over on Scottsboro side, their stands have not filled up. I don't know. It's a pretty big home side over there. I figured it would be a little bit bigger crowd on playoff night, but it's kind of cool up here in Scottsboro. I think the temperature right now is about 58 degrees, but we're a little up north from Moody, so it's a little bit cool, a little breeze blowing. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly how the Blue Devils play tonight in this matchup. We're going to read some of the Alabama High School Athletic Association rules, part of the agreement with NFHS to broadcast tonight. So in Alabama, high school sports is a tradition. We're going to break for our prayer and our national anthem.
And for all the many blessings that thou hast given to us. We ask thee, Father, to watch over and protect these players tonight, that they may be kept safe. We're so thankful for this great country we live in and for the freedoms we enjoy. We are especially grateful tonight, Father, for all the veterans who have served our country and for the sacrifices they have made on our behalf. We love thee, Father, and ask these things in the name of thy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Now please remain standing and remove your hats as the Scottsboro High School Marching Band, under the direction of Band Director Jimmy Leach, proudly presents our national anthem.
That was our prayer and national anthem here at Pat Trammell Stadium. I was reading some public service announcements we have to do on the air. In Alabama, high school sports is a tradition, whether at home or on the road, to make our schools, our communities, and our students proud by being a supportive fan. We're counting on you to continue our high school traditions. Also, today is Veterans Day, and we want to thank all our veterans out there in our Moody and Scottsboro's community who served our country throughout their careers, and we appreciate their sacrifices. I want to give a shout out to my brother-in-law, Lyle Harmon, military, still serving in the military, my nephew, Will Harmon, who is down in Columbus, Georgia, still serving in the Army, and our late nephew, Sloan Boo Harmon, who also was part of the Air Force. So I want to thank them for their service to our country and all the, like I said, all the veterans, men and women serving our country throughout the world. We're getting ready for the captains. Looks like our captains are coming out tonight. It's going to be, hang on one second, and I will tell you who our captains are. Tonight's going to be Zane Smith, A.J. Madison, Blaine Burke, and Jackson Huckabee will be the captains tonight for our Moody Blue Devils. Congratulations to them for being selected by the coaching staff to represent Moody tonight. So we're about 4 minutes and 19 seconds left before kickoff as you see the captains coming onto the field. That's a great bunch. Those 4 gentlemen down there on the sideline, Brett,
You're
Willie,
exactly right.
are some fine young men.
They sure are. They played well all season. They're going to have a tough test tonight, but excited to see what they have against the tough Scottsboro Wildcat team. You got to be on the lookout for quarterback Jake Jones, running back Brandon Edmondson, running back again Keelan Alvarez. They don't have what you would consider a star, but they've got 5 or 6 guys that can really hurt you when they get the ball in their hands. So everybody's going to have to play their position properly in order to get the win tonight.
I'm sure we're going to see some stuff. Moody will see some stuff they haven't seen from Scottsboro. I'm sure they watched some film on the teams we played that had some success running certain plays. I'm sure they'll throw that in there. So the captains now for Scottsboro is number 4, Reed Potter, and number 13, Andrew Smith. We'll go down to Willie as we get the coin toss. Take it down to Willie.
Gentlemen, congratulations on the playoffs. Gentlemen, not only are you out here representing your team, you're also out here representing your school and your community. Take a lot of pride in that. Show us the sportsmanship that got you to this point, okay? All right, Moody, you'll be your team tonight. You'll get to go coin toss. Have a nice Alabama High School Athletic Association logo with heads. On the other side, it's the National Federation logo with tails written on it. You got heads or tails? It's called tails. I'm going to flip it, take it on my wrist. If I drop it, we'll do it again. It's called tails. Here we go. Look, gentlemen, good luck. It is heads. Scottsboro, you want to toss? You want the ball?
Scottsboro won the toss, and they will receive.
All right, we'll get to see that Moody defense early.
Yeah, and I'm excited. I mean, we got a tough team. Out there, you mentioned one of the captains for Scottsboro is Andrew Smith. He's 5'10", 185. He's got an offer at Huntington. I've watched a lot of film on him. He flies around the field. He plays real good football. So, again, just another highlight for a great Scottsboro team the Moody Blue Devils have the pleasure of competing against tonight.
And here come the Blue Devils taking the field. And right now we're going to go to something we all look forward to, our Stag Steps to Victory.
Yes, sir. Here are the Stags Steps to Victory. These are the 3 things the Moody Blue Devils have to do tonight to get the win on this road playoff game to advance to the next round. The first one, no surprise here. We're going to have to play disciplined football, plain and simple. We're playing against a triple option team. Everyone has to play our assignment or we will get beat. It's a big game for linebackers and defensive ends. You have to make those proper reads or they're going to run by you. Also, as well as playing disciplined football, keep the flags off the field. We lost our biggest game of the season primarily because we lost 14-2 in the penalty category. Number 2, enjoy your flight. We play better when Charlie Johnston is throwing the ball. Let's get it out early and often so that Blaine Burke can ram the ball down their throats in the second half. If Scottsboro can force us to run, they can sell out against it. But if Charlie Johnson is getting the ball in the air, we're going to have a great game. And then step 3, another day in the office. This is the biggest game we've played all season and a long road trip. The Moody Blue Devils can't get psyched out in their own heads. They have to recognize we're playing our game. We're not worried about where it's at, what field, or what weekend it is. It's time to play Moody Blue Devil football, and we're going to come away with the victory. Those are the Stag steps to victory, and that's how the Moody Blue Devils are going to win the game tonight against the Scottsboro Wildcats.
Thank you, Brett. We love the Stag steps to victory. I always look forward to that on this broadcast. As Junior Marino gets ready to tee it up here at Pat Trammell Stadium. Moody is in their traditional white jerseys, blue stripes, Looks like we have some confusion over on the sideline. Not sure why some of them came off. But wearing our white jerseys, gold numbers, our navy pants, white helmets with the gold M on one side and the 411 boys in gold lettering on the other. Scottsboro's in their black home jerseys and their gold helmets with black lettering, and they're in black pants. And looks like they all got black socks and black shoes on. So they're black and gold.
It's true, and it looks like some confusion early on for the Moody Blue Devils. These folks running on and off the field over and over again. So they may have a certain team that they wanted to call, and not everybody got the memo. Let's hope we can get those kinks worked out early. Once this ball takes flight, it's time to settle in.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they so Charlie Kitts will be wearing number 40 again.
Just to let you know, there's a little bit of a wind down here.
Okay. Thank you, Willie, for that update. Here we go. And we're off. Junior Marino kicks it. Number 19 returns it. He breaks away. Found a little seam over there, and he's finally run out of bounds.
Yep, that was number 19, Luke Terrell, who took the reception, is able to get pretty good field position for the Scottsboro Wildcats to start out in this first drive.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Wildcats from their own, looks like their own 36-yard line.
I'm interested to see if Gavin Baker's going to play that defensive end position like he did last week just a little bit.
Scottsboro will be moving left to right. They're in that triple option. A lot of movement. Waiting on the snap. There's the snap. There we go right there.
That's a beautiful football play. Again, we mentioned everybody is playing their position correctly. We're extending the line of scrimmage and not giving an option for them to pitch it out, and they had to give it. Looked like Brady died in on the tackle for the Moody Blue Devils. That's a great first play. They pick up 1.5?
About 1.5, 2 yards. So 2nd and 8 for the Wildcats.
Watching film, they really like to run to the side that the option man runs to.
Jake Jones is the quarterback for the Wildcats.
He's an athlete himself.
He checks over the defense. He's set. Takes the snap. He keeps it. He makes the pitch. He's got room. Number 23's got room. He picks up a first down for the Wildcats.
And that's where you're going to get hurt. You saw Jake Jones leading this offense. They're truly reading this triple option. This isn't just a pre-planned play, and they're hurrying to the line of scrimmage trying to get the Blue Devils off guard early on.
Jade Gilbert on that last carry, picking up the Wildcat first down. He is a 5'10", 155 sophomore for the Wildcats. So 1st and 10 Wildcats from their own 49-yard line.
They got their big bruiser, Keelan Alvarez, in the game. 5'11", 230 at running back, and he gets it.
Yep.
You mentioned early in the broadcast that our interior defensive linemen were going to have a big game, and it's for that reason right there. Keelan Alvarez, 5'11", 230, big and strong, and that's who they rely on in short yardage positions.
He picked up about 3 yards, so 2nd and 7 for the Wildcats. They are in Blue Devil territory, about the 48-yard line. Jake Jones looks over to the sideline. He has his play.
And there's a lot of weapons on the field for the Scottsboro Wildcats. They can go to many different players.
There's that option. Looks like he picked up, he's close. Jake Jones on the carry. He picked up about 6, so it's going to be 3rd and 1.
For those who are unfamiliar with the triple option, Jake Jones, the quarterback, is truly reading that. Sidney Walton came up to help run support, but he covered the pitch man. So instead of pitching that ball, Jake Jones decides to keep the ball, picks up plenty of yards, and now it is 3rd and short. Again, keep your eye on Keelan Alvarez, 5'11", 230. They like to give it to him in short yardage positions. He's back there, number 34, the lone running back. Big play for Logan
3rd and
Hall.
1 for the Wildcats. Moody shifts on defense. Waiting for the snap. They've got a pass play.
You got a man open, but Chase is gaining on him. Overthrown.
Pass intended for number 9, Cash Mateo falls incomplete. So 4th and 1, big play here for the Blue Devils.
This team rarely punts anyway, so you know they're going to go for it 4th and 1 on their side of the football field. I like the call. If you know you're going for it on 4th and 1 for Scottsboro, why not let it fly and try to catch us off guard? But again, I would keep your eye on 34, Keelan Alvarez, big, strong back.
Jake Jones has his plays, calling his signal. They got us jumping. We're in the neutral zone, so they're going to get us offsides against Moody. They'll be penalized 5 yards, and that penalty will give the Wildcats a first down.
Number 15, Kylan Baker, is going to run into the game for the Blue Devils during the break. Caleb Goff's going to come take a moment. On that pass play, I've got to mention, Chase Jackson was beat. But he gained back very quickly, and luckily the ball was overthrown, or they may have had 6 on the board at that point.
1st and 10 Wildcats from the Blue Devils' 37-yard line. Played well. They pushed him outside, but he got the corner.
Yep, Kylan Baker lost outside containment on that play. That's how they were able to beat us. That's exactly how you want to play the triple option. Extend the line of scrimmage. Don't give him any lane, but that corner needs to come up, set the edge, and not let him get outside you. Again, I'm sure we're going to get that fixed. He's going to run off, and Caleb Goff's going to get back out on the field.
That play picked up about 8 yards. Looks like on that carry was Antonio Brox. He is a 5'7", 125-pound sophomore for the Wildcats. So 2nd and 2 as the Wildcats are on the move. Moody shifts on defense. Jake Jones looks up. He's changing his play, it looks like, looking over the defense.
I like what we're seeing. We're giving them something to look at.
Great. Makes a pitch.
That's how you play it.
Yep.
Still picks up positive yardage, but we're extending the line of scrimmage.
Yep. He picked up the first down.
Yep.
Looks like that was number 8. Antonio Brox again on the carry. He picks up another Wildcat first down.
They're hurrying to the line of scrimmage, but taking a little bit to get the play off.
8 minutes and 53 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, just stuffed. I mean, you've seen they haven't had a ton of success, but they like to run that on first down. They want to get ahead of schedule and give themselves options on 2nd and medium instead of 2nd and long. Keelan Alvarez met at the line of scrimmage by Ken Mallory and Logan Hall and the rest of the team.
It looked like he didn't make much, but he's so big he fell forward and picked up about 2 yards. So 2nd and 8 for the Wildcats. Brady Dodd came up limping a little bit after that play.
And remember, he got injured 2 weeks ago and came back and played tough.
2nd and 8. Looks like they're on the Blue Devil 25-yard line. Little misdirection, and we read it. Great play by the defense. Cam Mallory, my goodness.
Again, you called it. Interior defensive lineman need to have a big game. Going back to the Stag steps of victory, playing disciplined football is vital. You don't want to get caught up in that eye candy. Where are they going? What are they doing? Play your position, be in the right place at the right time, and you'll make plays like that all night.
That play failed to gain. 3rd and 8. Big play here for the Blue Devils. We need to get off the field.
2 huge downs.
Jake Jones looks over the defense, takes the snap. We got him again.
I mean, what can you say other than great prep work? Wow. Again, looked like he failed the game, but he got another 2 yards. Great. You could tell they're watching film and they're executing out on the football field.
Yep.
So it looks like the kicker's running in for Scottsboro.
So the ball's on the 23-yard line.
This is number 1.
About a 40-yard field goal.
He was a player of the week in this area a few weeks ago, so apparently he's got some leg. Let's see what happens.
Plays, kick. Low kick. I don't think it was low.
And it's
good.
Snuck through.
Wow, from here. But we held him. We bent, did not break.
Bend but don't break. Kicker fell on that kick and still got it through.
When I tell you he skimmed the bottom of that goal post, he skimmed it.
All right, Scottsboro strikes first. They're on the board. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Moody Blue Devil football here on the 411 Network.
Contact local agent Bart Perry for an auto quote today.
Moody Athletics. We have a tradition of capturing the hearts of future student athletes. The initial attraction usually begins at the first roar of Friday night. The popping of the catcher's mitt, a deep three that sends a basketball crowd into a frenzy, or a kill on the volleyball court. There's always one pivotal moment that creates the thought, one day that could be me. Then that day comes, and you help create that moment for the next generation who will strive to fill your shoes. One day that could be me. Today it is me. Now who's it going to be? Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, at the end of the day, we're all part of Blue Devil Nation.
Welcome back to Scottsboro, Alabama, Pat Trammell Stadium, as the Wildcats got on the board with a 40-yard field goal. Getting ready to kick off to the Blue Devils. And looks like it's Blaine Burke on the return. He's looking for some room. Stutter steps, breaks one tackle, two tackles, and flag starts flying, and he's so it's probably going to get us with a hold or a block in the back, which is going to back us up.
That flag came sailing in from Chattanooga. Yeah. I mean, he threw that one a long way. Somebody signed this man up.
Looks like a holding against the Blue Devils. So they'll be penalized 10 yards or half the distance to the goal.
Again, going back to the stack steps to victory, playing disciplined ball. You want to try to avoid getting penalties. That killed us against Leeds, so let's play a clean game.
First and 10 Blue Devils from their own 15-yard line. Charlie Johnston is the quarterback. Lone running back is number 5, Blaine Burke. We got trips at the bottom of the screen. Like Braden right at the top of the screen. Jacob Hadaway in motion. He gets set. Charlie takes a snap. Hands off to Blaine. Goes back. Flea flicker. And he throws it in.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Wow, we call a break there.
That could have changed the complexion of the rest of this football game. What happened there, Braden Wright fell down. Wasn't in the position to make the play. There wasn't much of a play to make anyways. I mean, Scottsboro's triple coverage on that team. They played discipline. I like the play call.
Yep.
We got out of it. We survived. We didn't execute it well, but we can live to play another day. Again, excuse me, go ahead.
Second and 10 for the Blue Devils. Blaine Burke comes in motion. He gets set next to Charlie. Hands off. Blaine looking for some little running room. He bounces outside. There goes Blaine. Blaine's looking for a block. He gets to block, and he gets no flags on that play. He picks up big yardage for the Blue Devils and a Metro Bank first down.
That is a huge play there for the Blue Devils. That big offensive line, a little bit of misdirection on that blocking scheme. Opened up a wide hole. Blaine made a few guys miss, and then a huge pickup. Let's hope that's the first of many for tonight. We went from the trickiest of the trick plays to the most basic. One of them was successful. Again, Scottsboro is a very disciplined football team. They're going to play their position.
Moody is set. Blaine Burke in the backfield. Aiden Robinson comes in motion. Hands it off to Blaine. He's looking for blockers in some room. He's looking for a block. He gets a block. He breaks one tackle, two tackles.
Wow.
He picks up about 8 yards, and we just carried somebody out and hopefully get up. Cade Smith just drove his man all the way over to the sideline. Coach Slade has grabbed him and tell him to be careful on that.
Yeah, you do need to be careful because that's the dream play for an offensive lineman right there. I mean, he drove him into the sideline.
The referee was right there.
He was, and it looked clean to me. And then again, Blaine Burke, very patient.
Yep.
He just followed behind his big tank, saw when he had that hole, and took it. And that's a huge gain on first down. Gives us a lot of flexibility. Look for a shot here, maybe a pass play. But while we're running, might as well keep it going.
Picked up about 7 yards. 2nd and 3 for the Blue Devils. Charlie takes a snap. There comes Rush.
Got it.
Goes over to Blaine had it.
Yeah, it looks like somebody has sprayed a little bit of grease on the gloves of the players out on the field tonight. There's been a couple of plays that have gone, one to the Scottsboro player and one to Blaine right there, and we haven't been able to connect on those passes. One thing we haven't talked about, it's one of the few times that we've played on real grass this season.
That's true. Looks like
They
they're going
got
to get
us.
us for false start.
Flags and whistles, boys.
That's Kate,
Flags and whistles.
Kate Smith jumped a little early, so now it's going to be third.
Caden Smith all jacked up after that huge block that he had over here on the sideline, was just ready to get out there and pull.
So third and about 8 yards for the Blue Devils after that penalty. You talked about in the stag step for victory. Looks like we're having a official timeout as the head referee goes over to the sideline, to the home side.
Yep, that first penalty we were able to overcome. Let's see if we can overcome on this one. We really want another first down to gain a little bit of momentum here.
So 3rd and 8 for the Blue Devils. You talked about earlier in the stag steps to victory of penalties. Right now looks like we have 2 to their none. Charlie takes the snap. Little screen pass, KD Barnes. He's close.
It's close, it's very close. And Coach Gaines is an aggressive offensive coach, as well as Coach K, so I wouldn't be surprised to see us go for it here.
4th and about 1. They're going.
Somebody should tell our crowd you want to be a little bit more quiet when we're on offense. But I can sense the excitement. Probably a hard count to start off. No.
Blaine Burke right up the middle. What a push from that offensive line.
Again, we started out this drive with a flea flicker. It's about as tricky as you can get, but there's bread and butter on this play. Take the snap, hand it to your star, and let him go to work. First down, Moody Blue Devils. We're on the right side of the football field. We've been able to overcome these penalties so far.
That's a Metro Bank, Brett, first down. Thanks for their support of Moody Blue Devil football. So 1st and 10, Blue Devils. Moody is on the move. Jacob Hadaway's in motion. He gets set. Charlie takes the snap, fakes it to Blaine, throws over. Great catch, Aiden Robinson.
Great throw and catch. Scottsboro was in the right place at the right time, but couldn't make a play. Mr. Reliable.
Mr. Reliable.
Aiden Robinson in on the
I told him that
reception.
in the coaches show this week, and he just smiled big. He goes, I'll go back and watch the 411 Network. So Moody's in the hurry up. Blaine Burke with the ball. He's looking for room. He breaks 1 tackle, 2 tackle. He spins. He spins forward.
Football's a game of inches. He picked up a few yards on that one when he should have gone down in the backfield. Great play,
So it's going to be about 3rd and 1.
I mean, I think you can guess what we're going to go with here. Although, looks like 4-down territory. Gives us a few options.
3rd and 1 for the Blue Devils. Charlie takes the ball. He's looking. He's wide open. Oh, my goodness.
I like that play call. Charlie Johnson went through his reads. Coach K and Coach Gaines probably made the call before that play. We're going for it on 4th. Why not try to catch him sleeping? Tried to get it out to Braden Wright. Couldn't connect. Now we've got 4th and 1 and a beast in the backfield, and also a great offensive line as well as Jacob Hadaway ready to block for him.
Charlie had a lot of room to run there. Blaine's got it. He got it.
He did. Forward Progress is going to get it. Scottsboro's going to holler at that one, but that's going to be a...
That's a Blue Devil first down, a Metro Bank Blue Devil first down.
Hey, 2 very similar drives from Scottsboro and Moody. We've done it in very different ways. But both teams slowly, methodically driving down the football field. The Moody Blue Devils have overcome a couple of penalties. Let's hope we can get that cleaned up for the rest of the game, because those are going to come back to haunt us if we can't get it cleaned up.
Coach Gaines talked about ball control, all about ball control. Right now it looks like Moody has some good ball control going. Charlie takes the snap. He drops back. He's got some time. He's looking. He's going to tuck it and run. And he picked up maybe 1 yard. Protection broke down. He did pick up about 1 yard, Brett. So 2nd and 9 for the Blue Devils.
Again, a very disciplined Scottsboro team. They're going to play their assignment correct. Now, whether they execute or not, that's why we play the game. Scottsboro is a very disciplined football team. They're in the right place at the right time. Charlie wasn't able to find an open man, decided to tuck it and run, picks up just 1 on first down.
Charlie waiting on the snap. He takes the snap, hands off to Blaine Burke. Blaine Burke right up the middle. My goodness.
I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Our coaches see something up in the booth because he picked up about 7 yards.
I'll tell you, the something that they see is Blaine Burke's squat max because they're putting the team on his back and letting him march us down the field.
3rd and 2 for the Blue Devils. Aiden Robinson comes in motion. Little reverse to Aiden. He's got room. What a great block on the end. He got the first down.
Wow, and
we got a flag. We got a flag.
They're going to get us for holding on the end down there. Yep. Holding against Moody. That's a spot foul. I think he made the first down, so it should be first.
See how they rule it, but again, stacks up to redemption. These penalties are going to shoot us in the foot.
Yep. Looks like
he's calling 4th down.
I thought it was a spot foul, but it may have been from our angle. It may have been before the down marker. Looked like he had the first down. So replay the down. So 3rd and 11.
Having to overcome that adversity comes from penalties.
Charlie takes a snap. He drops back. Got plenty of time. He's got room.
Got
Got a
him.
man wide open. Blaine Burke. Oh, what a catch. There goes Blaine. There goes Blaine Burke. He's looking for room.
Great block.
Touchdown, Blue Devils. Charlie Johnson to Blaine Burke.
Okay, and I'll tell you what made that play right there. That offensive line gave Charlie Johnston 10 years to make this play. He read it, he thought, he looked, found Blaine Burke. Blaine Burke says, you know what, I'm going to reverse field. I see something I like, and here comes Braden Wright, a big block right here
Great
against
job.
their defensive star that clears us up for that touchdown. Great throw, great catch, great block. Touchdown, Moody.
Yes, sir, we needed that. Great drive for the Blue Devils. Now that all-important extra point. Snap, place, kick, up. It looks good from here, and it is. With 52 seconds to go in the first quarter, Blue Devils are on the board. They lead 7-3. We'll take a quick commercial break. You're watching Moody Blue Devil football on the 411 Network.
Hang loose with our summer smoothies and poolside quesadillas at Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
Welcome back to Pat Trammell Stadium, where your Moody Blue Devils drove down the field and got on the board with a touchdown pass from Charlie Johnston to Blaine Burke. Moody leads 7-3 with 52 seconds to go in the first quarter. As you see, the game clock is being on the screen tonight. We thank Eric for setting that up. Sometimes it's hard to do on the road.
Sure is.
Where we are tonight, we're over on the visitor side. They have their own press box, so we're able to show you the game clock. So thank you, Eric.
Yep. It's a great setup for Scottsboro. Shout out to you guys for really taking care of us.
Yep.
Making sure we have what we need.
Ready for Junior to kick it back to the Wildcats. Good deep kick. And it's returnable. He's at the 15-20.
There it is.
Runs up the middle. That was number 4, Reed Potter. On the return for the Wildcats.
Marshall Teofilo in on the stop. He's played well. He's a young guy. He's a sophomore. He's played well all year for the Moody Blue Devils. He's getting his tackles in everywhere he can.
1st and 10 Wildcats from their own 25-yard line. Let's see what this defense can do here. How about a turnover, Brett Staggs?
That would be beautiful. More than likely going to have to be a forced fumble. They don't like to go to the air all that much.
Jones is waiting on the snap. And there's that option.
Got us.
He's got some room. Big gainer.
Again, everybody's got to play right on that play. If one man misses a read, there's plenty of place to run. And again, this Scottsboro team, very smart, very well trained, very disciplined. They're going to make the right read. And if you miss, they're going to beat you.
Picked up about 12 yards and a Wildcat first down. 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line.
Number 25, Brandon Edmondson in the backfield. He shares that role with Keelan Alvarez, and he's very quick. He's kind of twitchy. Played it right. Sidney Walton.
There comes the flag. It's on them.
It is
Well, I
on
tell
them.
you what, he threw that flag about 35 yards.
He did. You know,
Jake Gaines about to get teed up himself. Boy, he is livid. Let's see what the call is. Personal foul against Scottsboro.
Yep.
That's 15 yards.
it was that crackback block, and again, you feel for, almost feel for the blocker in that scenario, but there's a way to make that block without trying to blow him up. I see that he's trying to make a football play. He wants to be able to free his runner to make it happen, but you can do that without delivering the hammer. So that's going to back him way up.
So 1st and 25.
They played that well. Zane Smith played it well. Brady Dodd played it well. And Sidney Walton played it well in order.
Still first down. Looks like it's on the 22-yard line for the Wildcats. Let's see what they've got. Split receivers out. Interesting. Jones waiting on the snap. Takes the snap. Little pass.
Oh,
he was wide open.
That was Jake Jones throwing to number 23, Jaden Gilbert. It was a very quick pass. Got a flag on the play. Brady Dodd seems to be clapping, so we'll see what that call is.
Maybe holding.
Could be holding.
I'd probably decline it. Brock Willis, entering the ball game.
Pass rush specialist on these long yardage situations where they like to pass. Brock's going to be in the game. He knows how to get to a quarterback. 9 sacks on the season as a freshman. An offer to Ole Miss already. That young man is a terror on the defensive line.
Looks like we declined the penalty, so 2nd and 25.
Smart move.
You're not going to run much on that middle.
Nope. They're driving it
Look
back.
at that.
That was Brandon
Look
Edmondson.
at Cam Mallory. That helmet comes off.
That was Brandon Edmondson, number 25. Like I said, he's not as big and strong as Keelan Alvarez, but he's very quick and twitchy, so he hits the line of scrimmage hard, but there was nowhere to go. Logan Hall, Cam Mallory, send him on back home where he came from. And that's the end of the first quarter.
End of the first quarter. Your Moody Blue Devils lead Scottsboro Wildcats 7-3. We'll take a quick commercial break. You're watching Moody Blue Devil football on the 411 Network.
You think this is just a gray metal box, right? Let's get a little closer. Closer? Amanda brand gas furnaces are designed, engineered, and assembled in the USA. So this baby is true red, white, and blue.
Well, we just qualified. Let's get to work.
What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
What if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he tramples him and then he's like, oh no, and he tries to go back and he tramples him some more and he's like, I'm so sorry.
Wait, what?
You think this is just a gray metal box, right? Let's get a little closer. Closer. Yeah, Amanda brand air conditioners are designed, engineered, and assembled in the USA.
Well, welcome back to Scottsboro, Alabama, here at Pat Trammell Stadium. Beautiful night of football. It's 3rd down for the Wildcats, 3rd and long.
They're going to have to make it to Moody if they want this first down right here.
Got to be careful, though. We're bad about getting sucked in on that screen.
Fake toss.
Fake toss. He's
Sweet,
got a lot
sweet.
of room. But he met
Gavin Baker, baby. One half of the Brothers of Boom. He said, I'll meet you in the middle, and we'll go dance. And here's the replay right there. Wide open hole. Ooh, Gavin shed a blocker right there. Just made a football play. Cam Mallory also hustling to the ball.
And Logan Hall.
Yeah, I mean, for interior defensive linemen. They're getting after it. It looks like a punt formation. Scottsboro really doesn't like the punt, but it's not a good position to be in.
Watch a fake here.
Speaking of fakes, I just found out in the coaching show that fake 2 weeks ago against Southside was not planned.
We're going after it. Ooh. A.J. Madison letting it go.
Great field position. There's a flag on the play. I didn't see what he called it.
Maybe offsides against us.
It was a late call.
Could
he
be
just
holding.
threw it right at the end. The ball was already on the ground.
Maybe holding against Scottsboro.
Could be. But the ball's already on the ground, and he called it.
Offsetting penalties. I couldn't tell what they were.
One was holding.
And blocking the back, I think, was the other. So 1st and 10 Blue Devils from their own 35-yard line. We got Twins down here at the bottom of the screen. Twins at the top. Blaine Burke will be your running back next to Charlie Johnston. He's waiting on the snap. Jacob Hadaway's in motion. He's set. Charlie takes the snap. He rolls out. He's looking. Oh.
Try to get to Aiden Robinson, and then number 13, that's their defensive star, Andrew Smith. He has an offer to Huntington. He deflected that pass and prevented us from picking up a pretty solid yardage on 1st down. We're trying to establish the passing game. One of my stag steps to victory was to establish the passing game because it opens up more lanes for Blaine Burke. But honestly, it doesn't look like Blaine needs a whole lot of help.
No. So 2nd and 10. Charlie takes the snap. Fires over. In a lot of traffic. Braden Wright.
A tough run for Braden Wright. That screen pass a lot of times is more like an extension to the running game.
Blaine Burke's hurt.
I didn't see what happened.
He's looking at his shoulder. He was favoring his shoulder.
And they're going to call the trainer out on the football field.
Yeah, he was holding like he's favoring his shoulder there. I know, but if his shoulder popped out, I think it's popped out before.
Yeah.
They tell him to pop it in, and he goes. So he's a tough player.
He is a tough young man, and we truly hope that this injury is nothing serious. Just for his sake, this could change the landscape of the football game. Abram Jackson's next man up. We've seen him come in and be clutch every time, but just for his sake as a young man,
well.
Exactly right.
We'll take a quick break. You're watching Moody Blue Devil football on the 411 Network.
What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
What if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he tramples him and then he's like, oh no, and he tries to go back and he tramples him some more and he's like, I'm so sorry.
Wait, what?
We're back live. Blaine Burke was able to walk off on his own. That's good news to see.
It is good news. It seemed like he was shaking his wrist out there. Don't know what it was. Maybe Willie can get us an update on the sideline here shortly.
I'm watching.
So Jacob Hadaway is in at running back. So 3rd and about 4. Low snap. Charlie's looking to run. He's got room. What a block. Look at Charlie Johnson pick up that 1st down.
Oh, and Aiden Robinson even finished the block off right there. Again, Mr. Reliable there. That was an RPO. If you saw, Aiden Robinson was waiting to see, am I going to get the ball or is he going to run? As soon as he recognized he was tugging and running, he was going into blocking position. He said on the coach's show, he said, I didn't always get in on offense. I had to find a way to
get on the
pitch
field.
In, get in the field. So he said he worked on his blocking skills, and we can see that. That's evident.
I picked up a Metro Bank Blue Devil 1st down. Jacob Hadaway still the running back. Aiden Robinson, handoff to Jacob. And he breaks out of there. Look at Jacob Hadaway. There goes Jacob Hadaway. You've got to be kidding me. Touchdown Blue Devils. No flags. Oh, my goodness!
Let's see if we can watch a replay. If you watch very quickly, as soon as he gets the ball, he almost fumbles it right from the onset. And then he comes through there, and you see that acceleration when he gets into the open field, and nobody was touching him. Super quick. He found his moment. Touchdown, Moody Blue Devils. Great job, Jacob Hadaway. Great job, offensive line.
Wow. That all-important extra point from Junior Marino. Snap, place, kick, up. It's good with 9 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the first half. Moody Blue Devils 14, Scottsboro Wildcats 3. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Moody Blue Devil football on the 411 Network.
This is Senator Lance Bell. I want to thank you for the opportunity to represent you in Montgomery. I am so excited about this time of year as we watch our cheerleaders, our football teams, and our band as they perform on the field. And parents, I'm not forgetting about you. That's what's great about Alabama. I'm Senator Lance Bell. Thank you for the privilege to serve you in Montgomery.
Welcome back to Scottsboro, Alabama, where Jacob Hadaway ran the ball, I think about 55 yards for the Blue Devil touchdown. Beautiful run by Jacob. Puts the Blue Devils up 14-3. Kind of stunned the Scottsboro crowd over there. So it looks like we have an update from Leeds. It looks like they're leading Arab 3-0 in the second quarter. So a tight game there for the Green Wave. Junior Marino set to kick it off.
This just in for Leeds. Leeds has scored a touchdown and completed the extra point, so they're going up 10-0 on Arab early in this football game.
Good kick, Junior.
Great. To number 4, Reed Potter.
Break down. Oh.
Ooh, yeah, they're going to get us for that.
Yeah.
One.
They're getting us a face mask.
Yep. Chase Jackson.
That'd be 15 yards.
Didn't break down, reached out his arm, grabbed a hold of that helmet. That's going to be 15 yards. Going to be pretty good field position. A couple of flags came in on that one. Probably did hurt his finger.
Waiting on the referee. Face mask against Moody. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Scottsboro. Unsportsmanlike against Moody. They all offset. Wow, we got a break.
Got a break. And we've gotten plenty of breaks on penalties. We've overcome some adversity. We really need to clean that part of our game up if we want to continue to go deep into this playoff run.
So the referees are having a little conference here.
You always want to see good sportsmanship from both teams. That's what makes high school sports so special.
Scottsboro coaches are not happy with that call. So they're talking.
Yeah, if I was over there, I'd be yelling, it's their 2 to our 1. It's
they're
their
going to
2
get
to our
Moody.
1.
There was 3 penalties,
yeah,
so it looks like they're going to
2.
get Moody on one of the 15 yards.
Yep.
When you have, if it had been just 2 penalties or one again, yeah, they're going to get Moody.
Yep. Not going to be the end of the world. They're starting out on about their 34-yard line, and let's see this defense step up.
You got to kind of keep your composure in games like this.
You sure do. It's vitally important. So look to leadership to step up and help keep everybody under control.
Charlie Kitts and Barack Willis are at your defensive ends.
2 running backs in the backfield here.
Jake Jones looking over the defense. He's in his cadence. He takes the snap. And we had him.
We did have him. We read it correctly, but we didn't break down. We reached out for some arm tackles. So we're going to pick up
about 3 yards.
Yeah, about 3 yards on first down.
2nd and 7 for the Wildcats. Thought we had him earlier. You got to lock up. He's an athlete.
He is. Jake Jones is quite the athlete. Like I said earlier, they don't have one that they point to as their star. He's getting the ball, but they have 5 or 6 athletes that can hurt you if they get into open space. That's why you have to play disciplined ball. Keelan Alvarez and Brandon Edmondson lined up in I formation in the backfield.
Takes a snap.
There's Keelan and
Jake Jones again with the ball. Ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground.
Moody's pointing our way.
Did they rule him down?
I don't think they have any idea. I don't think they ever saw the ball come out. They all look confused out there. And they're going to rule it down.
Home cooking.
They're going to rule it down. You can't tell under the pile. I don't think they ever – I never saw the ball come out either, so.
Well.
They're making the safe call for themselves.
I know if the referee couldn't tell, right call to make.
Yeah, I never saw the ball come out. What happens under those piles can be insane, but Moody responded pretty quickly, so it's hard to see.
Third and about a long 3 for the Wildcats. I'm sure this is 4 down territory for them.
You're going to blow that, Dad.
Flags and whistles, flags
Delay
and
a game.
whistles.
Delay a game against Scottsboro.
Yeah. Jagger Ludoff in for the Blue Devils. He played a great game 2 weeks ago against Scottsboro. He took a lot of extra responsibility up. Charlie Kitt's in there right now for the Blue Devils as well as Barack Willis. And then, I mean, if Aiden Robinson is Mr. Reliable on offense, then Cam Mallory and Logan Hall have to be the 2 Mr. Reliable on defense. I mean, they're there playing their assignments, always in the right place at the right time, doing a great job.
3rd and 9. It would not surprise me, Brett, if they go back to that little play that we were so wide open. They were so wide open on.
Let's hope we make the proper adjustments.
Timeout, Blue Devils. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching Moody Blue Devil football on the 411 Network.
With our summer smoothies and poolside quesadillas at Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
What if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he tramples him and then he's like, oh no, and he tries to go back and he tramples him some more and he's like, I'm so sorry.
Wait, what?
Welcome back to Pat Trammell Stadium here in Scottsboro, Alabama. We had a time. Coach Jake Gaines took a timeout. It's 3rd and 9 for the Wildcats. Big 3rd down play here, Brett Staggs.
Huge 3rd down
Need
play.
to get off the field.
Take a look at Gavin Baker right here, number 3. If you remember correctly, he played down on the defensive line 2 weeks ago. Now looking back there, playing almost that center field position. He's hanging out in that safety spot, and he's really being that kind of star rover player. He's so versatile.
Jake Jones throws the ball. The pass is complete.
Right up the screen.
And he
tackled by Caleb Gall.
It's 4th down.
At least Moody's calling for it, and they are as well, calling it 4th down.
4th and 1. It's going to be 4 down territory here.
Especially for this team. They love to go for it. Again, look out for Keelan Alvarez, who hasn't had a whole lot of daylight. Oh!
Timeout.
It's a good thing, too. Jake Jones got to the line early, took that ball on a quarterback sneak, and he may have had a little bit of daylight.
Well, it may be a penalty. Let's see. No, it was no penalty. I don't know what happened. I don't know if the ball was set. 4th and 1 or inches. It's 4th and inches. I mean, if he falls forward, he's going to get the 1st down.
Yeah, you have to look out for that quarterback sneak. Expect Cam Mallory and Logan Hall to dive at knees right here, and that's the best way to do it. Oh! We got the flag.
There it goes.
I was about to say they missed the running back. Clearly moved on the other side over there.
And Chris Bell for Scottsboro is livid. He is livid. He has given that referee an earful. Now he has to punt.
Score update while they're sending the punt team in. Looking ahead to Fairfield versus Russellville. The winner of this game will take on the winner of that game next week. Russellville's leading 21-14.
Ah. So 4th and about 6. Got to be careful here.
You're right.
At calling the timeout, it looks like. That referee is still giving him an earful. We're going to stay here with it during this timeout. He is. He finally walked away. I guess he did not get the answer he wanted to hear.
Sure, yeah. And tensions are high, and they get higher in playoff football. Coaches can only do so much, and you know they want to see their team perform to the best of their ability, so they get quite emotional. And both teams seem to be plagued with the penalty bug early on. Both teams have had penalties called against them, and Moody has seen that multiple times throughout the season. So we can settle in, play our game, and keep the laundry off the field for the rest of the game. But the playoff games, officials normally call those tighter. They normally call them tighter.
So they're going to go for it on 4th down. Big play here.
Ooh, Caleb sees something.
Trying to get us to jump.
They almost did.
And they got
did.
us.
Called Caleb Goff, who just leaned over the line. He's saying, hey, I got back to my spot. But after all that,
it's going to be 4th and inches.
Back to where we were a few minutes ago. Again, look out for that quarterback sneak. That's what they tried earlier. Logan Hall and Cam Mallory are going to get low, and they need to drive that center, because if that center gains any yardage on them, it's going to be a first down, Scottsboro.
Fourth and inches.
Oh, yeah. They're not giving up the middle.
And he took it.
It's close.
It's close.
It's so close, and they're going to give it to him.
Him.
Yep. I mean, that's just tough. When you get into the inches category, all you got to do is take the snap and fall.
Yeah. That play picked up a Scottsboro first down. Moved the chains.
Jake Jones is a tough athlete. He's a baller when the lights come on, and he picks up that first for his team.
Right at 7 minutes to go in the first half. Let's see what this Blue Devil defense can do. See if we can get a turnover here. Showing blitz, we back off. Jones waiting on the snap. He takes the snap, a little pass, and he's under duress.
Ooh,
he breaks away.
Breaks the tackle.
Pass is complete.
Yep, Jagger Ludolf almost had him in the backfield. He just lost contain a little bit, and that quarterback was able to get out and around him. Sidney Walton pushes him out of bounds.
Picks up about 7 yards, so 2nd and 3. Good to see Simon Molay back in the ball game.
Sure is.
He suffered a concussion, I believe, during the Leeds game or during practice. He held out for the Southside game. So 2nd and 3 for the Wildcats. They're in Blue Devil territory. Jones waiting on the snap. Takes the snap, hands off the middle to Alvarez. He's found some room.
He did.
He picked up a Wildcat first down. He's a big, big player.
He is big. When he gets ahead of steam, he's going to pick up plenty of yardage. He's at 230 and 5'11". He's a senior. He's one that they lean on and depend on, and really he gets better as the game goes on. So hopefully we can continue to stand against him. One thing we need to keep our eye on is we're playing very soft and very much inside the wide receiver at the bottom of this screen here. Maybe we see on film that we're not worried about that, but it is something we're going to have to pay attention to when we get later in this game. If you check out Caleb Goff covering number 2 here, it's giving him plenty of space.
Yeah. So 1st and 10 Wildcats on the Blue Devil 42-yard line. Takes the snap. He keeps it. He breaks the tackle and picks up about 4 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 6.
Jake Jones stumbled in the backfield, was able to regain his composure, and it's a good first down gain for Scottsboro. Opens up the playbook.
Brock Willis back in the ball game. Brady Dodge runs off to the sideline. We're under 6 minutes here in the first half.
That play right there might make me jump off sides. They got that man in motion.
25-second clocks are not even working.
Alvarez,
great play. Logan Hall.
Logan Hall just grabbed him up. Cam Mallory a little slow to get up, but there he is. Here's the replay. Some movement from that offensive line, but Logan Hall's in the right spot at the right time and makes a big play.
He picked up about 1 yard.
Cam Mallory's leaning back and forth, hopefully just a little stinger.
So 3rd and a long 3, it looks like.
And Brady Dodd will run in for Simon Mollet.
Big 3rd down for the Blue Devils.
Watch for a pass here. This is probably 4-down territory for Scottsboro. Nope.
He did not, looks like he did not get it. Nope, he did get it from this angle. Looked like he was short.
They're going to give it to him. Again, Keelan Alvarez, just a big physical running back. Oh, and we're calling 4th down. And the official doesn't seem. Coach Gaines is trying to get the attention of the white hat. They're not interested in giving it to him, so they're going to give him a 1st down anyways.
We need to get a stop. We need to get that ball back.
This defense is bend but don't break. Expect a big play any moment. What do we got there?
Maybe 25 seconds. The 40 second, the play clock, the game clock on the field is not working. Yep, they're not working. They were earlier in the game, but they've not. So usually they
Coach
take it.
Gaines is quite upset. That may be what he's yelling at.
Yeah.
And he may have made that call right there. He may have looked down at his watch and said, "Hey, I can help you if you need me."
Jake's telling them.
Look out for a pass.
They usually have to turn them off. So 1st and 15 for the Wildcats. And the Blue Devil looks like 36-yard line. And now Scottsboro
take a timeout.
He's taking a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching Moody Blue Devil football on the 411 network.
Want to know why it's hard to stop a train? It's how we've invented products that reinvented our world. It's how we test as hard as the elements do. It's how we run.
What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
What if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he tramples him and then he's like, oh no, and he tries to go back and he tramples him some more and he's like, I'm so sorry.
Wait, what?
You think this is just a gray metal box, right? Let's get a little closer. Closer. Yeah, Manor brand air conditioners are designed, engineered, and assembled in the USA.
Welcome back to Pat Trammell Stadium here in Scottsboro, Alabama. Wildcats took a timeout. It's 1st and 15 on the Blue Devil. Looks like 36-yard line. Showing blitz. We back out. We showing blitz again. Takes a snap. He's going to pass. Little dump pass over, but we read it well.
Yeah, but that was to number 23, Jaden Gilbert again. Seems to be somebody he likes to throw to. He's thrown to him a couple of times this game so far. Not a huge pickup.
And he come up a little slow. He took a shot over there.
He did.
I can't tell. Is that Sidney Walton on that side? Or is it Chase Jackson ran up and hit him?
It's Sidney Walton, and I saw him pregame. I did not realize how big that young man is. He's a force.
That play didn't play much, so 2nd and about maybe 13.
There's a team.
There you go.
Yeah. Brady Dodd, Zane Smith, Caleb Goff, an entire crew is able to get to the quarterback, Jake Jones, right there, and take him down in the backfield. And who was first? Yep. Zane Smith was first, and then Brady Dodd and Caleb Goff come in to finish him off as well.
Great defensive play. So it looks like Moody took a timeout with 2 minutes and 38 seconds to go in the first half. It's going to be a long third and looks like 3rd and 20. We'll stay here with it during this timeout. Again, we want to thank all our sponsors who supported the 411 Network throughout the season and for the playoff game, the coaches show. This thing is going to grow, folks. 411 Network is going to get bigger and bigger. We're going to try to broadcast more games eventually for other sports. So hoping some more students sign up for Ashlyn Cook's class to get some more students to help run cameras, do interviews, a lot of stuff, a lot of potential for the 411 Network. So we thank everybody for their support this year. So 3rd and about 20. Coach Gaines looks back over to the Moody crowd. He tells them to get up.
Yep, it's a great time too. And Blue Devils led out there by Zane Smith and Gavin Baker, 2 incredible linebackers.
Little trap
Edmondson.
play, little safe play, little trap. Timeout again.
Yep.
From Moody. We'll stay here with it.
Yeah,
Probably a
we wanna-
30-second timeout.
We want to get the ball back with plenty of time. That's what Coach Gaines is calling that timeout for, because time of possession has been Scottsboro just holds on to the ball.
Yeah.
They hold on to the ball. They hold on to the ball. So Coach Gaines doesn't want to give them any more time to run down. 4th and 10, we want to get the ball back and have plenty of time to be able to march down the field. And I was just mentioning Gavin Baker and Zane Smith as Gavin Baker was in on that play. 2 incredible linebackers. I know it's tougher to get recruited as a linebacker. I know they've got some looks, but these 2 young men have been exactly where they need to be. They're large and in charge. They're leaders of their team. They're smart in the high school. Zane Smith, 139 tackles in the regular season. Gavin Baker, 120 himself. 2 powerful linebackers that have really been the cornerstone of this defense. We didn't give them much hype before the season.
Yeah.
We were focused on this incredible secondary with all these Division I offers, and these 2 young men, as well as our interior defensive linemen, have really carried a great load for the Moody Blue Devils.
So it's 4th and about 11. They're leaving their offense in, so they're going to go for it. No, he's trying to field goal. This will be about a 50-yard field goal.
Look out for a fake. He skimmed it earlier, so I'll be impressed. But like I said, he was the player of the week in these parts a few weeks ago.
It's up, but it's short. It's short.
He almost got it there.
I think if that was 5 yards closer, he probably would have made that.
Yeah.
That was a great attempt
About
by
a
that young
50-yard
man.
attempt. I think he got too much air under it.
Excuse me if I mispronounce this, but that's Cole Rashul. Maybe.
Close enough.
or Rackley, I'm sorry.
We'll know if we see comments on our Facebook or, well, I don't know if it could be seen through Facebook. No comments since it's going through the NFH site tonight.
Yep.
I want to thank them for allowing us to do that.
Yeah, this is truly a pleasure to stream for the NFHS program tonight.
1st and 10 Blue Devils from their own 20.
If you needed an update on Blainberg, there he is.
2 minutes and 19 seconds to go in the first half. Let's see what we do here. Jacob Hadaway's in motion. He comes back, he's set. Charlie takes a snap. He fakes it to Blainberg, and they rush him. He's got room, and he throws it. Oh, my goodness. Aiden Robinson almost made a great catch, but Charlie threw into double coverage.
He did. Charlie Johnson felt the pressure, tried to scramble, couldn't get it out, didn't have his eyes downfield quite enough. He delivered a dart, but that's not exactly where you want to throw across the middle of the field into double coverage. We saw him throw a pick on a similar play to that a couple of weeks ago against Southside. So
there was some miscommunication there because that defender was coming. Nobody blocked him.
Nobody touched him. They sent the pressure.
Charlie takes a snap, hands off to Blaine. He's looking for a little running room. He gets around the corner.
Solid pickup.
Picks up about 8 yards, so it'll be 3rd and 2.
We're hustling back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a big 3rd down for the Blue Devils. Keep that clock going. Aiden Robinson's in motion. He gets set. Charlie takes the ball. He's looking. Complete. He gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you really want to get out of bounds right here. You might be thinking in a few minutes, we're going to run a lot of pass plays on this drive, and that's simply because we've used up a lot of our timeouts. I'm not quite sure how many we have. We want to be able to control the clock, and you can do that much easier through pass plays. Getting to
Charlie
the perimeter.
Takes the ball. He looks. What? Oh, he had daylight. Little behind him, but he had daylight.
Did have daylight. That's a second time we've seen that tonight, but also
it's there. That play is there twice.
He had a huge reception earlier as well, so we'll see if we can get that fixed up. But again, that's why I'm saying we have these pass plays. If we throw an incompletion, we have a second to take a deep breath, get back to the line of scrimmage, focus on our play call.
So 2nd and 10. Charlie waiting on the snap. Braden Wright is in motion. What a catch by Braden Wright. Still going.
Get on the ground and hustle the troops to the line of scrimmage. Braden Wright ran what was mostly like a wheel route, but he kind of settled in and came back.
That's another Metro Bank first down for the Blue Devils.
He high-pointed that ball.
Charlie gets set. He's looking. He's got Blaine Burke on the wheel route. Oh,
goodness. Great blocking from the line of scrimmage there. Gave Charlie plenty of time to make a read. Like I said, discipline Scottsboro secondary. They're in the right place at the right time, and that one had a chance to be picked off as well. Also had a chance to go for about 15 to 20 yards.
So 2nd and 10 for the Blue Devils.
58 seconds gives us a second to take a breather and focus on this play call right here.
We got trips at the top of the screen. KD Barnes is your lone receiver down here at the bottom. Jacob Hideaway's in motion. Blaine Burke is wide open again. Just like a little miscommunication.
Yeah, the ball's just not where Blaine wants it to be. He's having to completely reverse his body in order to be able to make those catches, and he hasn't been able to yet. So looks like they need to get on the same page if they want to be able to get positive yards on that one. Charlie Johnson just catching it, getting it out so quick.
Around about 3 seconds off the clock, so 55 seconds. So 3rd and 10. Charlie takes a snap.
Under pressure.
There he goes. There goes KD. There goes KD Barnes. KD Barnes down to the 2-yard line.
We got a flag, guys. We got a flag.
We got a flag. Oh, wait. It looks like they may get us on
Looks like he called holding.
Holding up there? Where do you see the flag? I'm thinking they may get us for a face mask on that stiff arm right there. Either way, the clock's going to stop as we figure out what's going on. There's one official that's pointing back to the line of scrimmage. White Hat's going to have a conference with
Let's
him.
see what happens here, what the call.
They're putting the ball down
Holding.
at the line of scrimmage on Moody.
No, Moody.
Face
mask. Offset.
So we're going to replay.
Yep.
I saw the holding call. I didn't see him make the face mask call, so I missed that one.
I
thought they may get KD on that because he stiff-armed the guy.
Into the face mask. Yeah, but, Charlie Johnson took a hit on that one, but he stayed in there and made a great throw, and KD with a great play. But 3rd and 10.
Jacob Hideaway's in motion. Charlie takes the snap.
Plenty of time, and he's throwing it deep to Braden Wright.
Oh, just off his fingertips. Brings up a 4th down. Looks like we're going to punt it, which is a smart call.
It is. Defense
we get
has
the
been
ball,
playing well.
We get the ball at the start of the 2nd half. No, he's keeping Charlie in.
Yeah, maybe beat Blue Devil punt right here. Charlie's backing up. He's got a pretty good leg on him himself. They're going to put in Caleb. It's a smart call. Defense has been playing well. You don't want to do anything dumb and give them an opportunity to get up on the board, and great punt. Sit. And it will.
Ooh.
I mean, it doesn't get better than that.
That's one thing I want to talk about in pregame, his punting this year, flipping the field. It has been unreal.
And the defense is grateful. You heard him mention the rest of the defense, that Caleb put us in great field position in order to make some stops. A punter like that, could sometimes win or lose football games. So great punt, Caleb Goff. Great all-around football player. He's a junior. I mentioned earlier he had 79 tackles on the year, 2 interceptions, 3 caused fumbles, and probably 348 punts inside the 5-yard line. He's done a great job. Just 18 seconds left to go. Let's see what Scottsboro's got.
Looks like it's on the 1-yard line.
If I was them,
you better just dive forward.
Yeah, I'd give it off to Alvarez and let the clock run down.
Jake Jones with a quarterback sneak. That's probably going to be
Looks like what it's going to do. And that's it. They're headed towards the locker room on their sideline.
Still waiting. Yep. Make sure we get Coach Gaines looking for Willie to grab Coach Jake Gaines.
Gaines is over by the Gatorade tables if you don't see him.
There he is.
Now he's walking.
I see him.
There he is. Perfect.
So we'll go down to Coach. We'll go down to Willie Strickland, the big man on the sideline, to get some comments from head football coach Jake Gaines.
He's congratulating all his players.
Coach.
Coach, we had a lot of good things go good for us in the first half.
Yeah, I'm really proud of the whole team. We defense obviously played their brains out. That's a really tough offense to get ready for, and they played solid. Giving up that field goal, that was huge. Just hold them to that and make them force another attempt. But man, offense had the ball 3 times, and really could have got a big play call back right there on the hold. But 2 touchdowns, 3 drives. That's what they do. They limit your possession. So hopefully we get the ball to start the second half. We can get the ball more, and if we can extend this lead a little bit, makes them play a little more aggressive on offense, which hopefully plays into our hand.
Good first half. Looking forward to the second half, Coach. Good luck to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
There you go, guys.
All right, Willie, thank you. We're going to leave it with you. We're going to take a quick commercial break. You're watching Moody Blue Devil football on the 411 Network.
This is Senator Lance Bell. I want to thank you for the opportunity to represent you in Montgomery. I am so excited about this time of year as we watch our cheerleaders, our football teams, and our band as they perform on the field. And parents, I'm not forgetting about you. That's what's great about Alabama. I'm Senator Lance Bell. Thank you for the privilege to serve you in Montgomery.
High School would like to give a special thanks to Moody Mayor Joe Lee and the Moody City Council for their continued support of the Moody Blue Devils High School Marching Band Program. Go Blue Devils! On behalf of the administration of Scottsboro High School band directors Jimmy Lincoln and Allison Haley, we are proud to present for your halftime entertainment the Scottsboro Wildcat Marching.
One might be tempted to say, excuse me, Mr. Grill Man, there appears to be a little extra burger on my burger. You're dang right there is.
Everybody goes to Milo's.
You think this is just a gray metal box, right? Let's get a little closer. Closer. Amanda brand gas furnaces are designed, engineered, and assembled in the USA. So this baby is true red, white, and blue.
As respected industry leaders, we are here.
Working hard for you.
In an effort to provide you with
Excellence in sports medicine.
And excellence in sports injury prevention.
We're here for the coaches, athletic trainers, and mentors
Who are shaping the next generation of legends.
We are here
to help keep your kids and family
Safe and healthy.
We are here for you.
Aggressively pursuing
Victory over injury.
Well, we just qualified. Let's get to work.
Contact Bart Perry for an auto quote today.
You think this is just a gray metal box, right? Let's get a little closer. Closer. Amanda brand gas furnaces are designed, engineered, and assembled in the USA. So this baby is true red, white, and blue.
What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
What if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he tramples him and then he's like, oh no, and he tries to go back and he tramples him some more and he's like, I'm so sorry.
Wait, what?
Moody Athletics. We have a tradition of capturing the hearts of future student athletes. The initial attraction usually begins at the first roar of Friday night. The popping of a catcher's mitt, a deep three that sends a basketball crowd into a frenzy, or a kill on the volleyball court. There's always one pivotal moment that creates the thought, one day that could be me. Then that day comes, and you help create that moment for the next generation who will strive to fill your shoes. One day that could be me. Today it is me. Now who's it going to be? Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, at the end of the day, we're all part of Blue Devil Nation.
You think this is just a gray metal box, right? Let's get a little closer. Closer. Yeah, Amanda brand air conditioners are designed, engineered, and assembled in the USA.
One might be tempted to say, excuse me, Mr. Grill Man, there appears to be a little extra burger on my burger. You're dang right there is.
Everybody goes to Milo's.
What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
What if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he tramples him and then he's like, oh no, and he tries to go back and he tramples him some more and he's like, I'm so sorry.
Wait, what?
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
Well, we just qualified. Let's get to work.
Want to know why it's hard to stop a train? It's how we've invented products that reinvented our world. It's how we test as hard as the elements do. It's how we run.
What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
What if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he tramples him and then he's like, oh no, and he tries to go back and he tramples him some more and he's like, I'm so sorry.
Wait, what?
Contact local agent Bart Perry for an auto quote today.
One might be tempted to say, excuse me, Mr. Grill Man, there appears to be a little extra burger on my burger. You're dang right there is.
Everybody goes to Milo's.
Contact Bart Perry for an auto quote today.
Well, we just qualified. Let's get to work.
What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
What if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he tramples him and then he's like, oh no, and he tries to go back and he tramples him some more and he's like, I'm so sorry.
Wait, what?
As respected industry leaders, we are here.
Working hard for you.
In an effort to provide you with
Excellence in sports medicine.
And excellence in sports injury prevention.
We're here for the coaches, athletic trainers and mentors
who are shaping the next generation of legends.
We are here to help keep your kids and family
Safe and healthy.
We are here for you.
Aggressively pursuing
Victory over injury.
Welcome back to Pat Trammell Stadium here in Scottsboro, Alabama. We're about to get ready for the second half of the first round of the state playoffs. Moody leading Scottsboro 14-3. Brett, good first half for Moody. Had some sloppiness there on some penalties. Had a great drive going there right before halftime. Got Dole pulled back because of offsetting penalties there.
Yeah.
But thoughts on your thoughts on the first half from you?
Yeah, so first half, I mean, the outcome is great. How we got there, you're right. It wasn't just a little bit of sloppy. Some of the stag steps to victory is to play disciplined football.
Live TV, bro.
Yeah, play disciplined football, not give up. You know, we're in the right place at the right time in that aspect, but in the aspect of giving up penalties, it's just been too much for comfort. Later on in the playoffs, that is going to be a much bigger deal. We've been able to overcome it so far, but we won't always. So we want to keep the flags off the field. I'd love to see us play a clean game. You know, one of the other things that I've noticed is another stag step to victory is to let it fly. Charlie has had a few receptions that have been big, but we haven't been able to get those consistent, clear receptions like we've seen in the past. You know, Blaine Burke they haven't been able to really connect other than that one long touchdown. They've had some open, so would like to see that happen. But at the end of the day, 14-3 Moody. We're in a good position getting the ball back in this game right here.
We'll see what they come out with. I mean, defensively, like you said, have bend, don't break. That, you know, I'm glad it's 14-3 instead of 14-7.
Exactly.
So we'll see what happens.
Exactly.
You got some stats on you want to go ahead and give to the fans out there?
We'll get into some statistics. First is Charlie Johnston. Right now only 6 for 16 with 69 yards, and then 2 carries for 6 yards and a touchdown. Blaine Burke, 7 carries for 57 yards and 1 huge reception for 33 yards and a touchdown. Aiden Robinson's got 2 receptions for 8 yards. Katie Barnes, 1 reception for 7 yards. Braden Wright, 2 receptions for 22 yards. Jacob Hadaway, 1 huge carry for 54 yards.
Yep.
Defensively on that side of the ball, Cam Mallory and Logan Hall have just been playing lights out. They have not been able to – they've not been bending at all on that little dive that they like to have from their big running back. So it's been great to see them. You know, one of the things that we saw opened up is there were some throwing lanes that we narrowly escaped from, so hopefully we've been able to make some halftime adjustments to close those down. Also, some score updates. Last we heard, UMS Wright is leading Central Clay 7-0. John Carroll leading Fairview 16-7. Gunnersville leading Springville 21-0. Russellville and Fairfield, the winner of this matchup will play the winner of that matchup 21-21 at halftime.
Wow.
Leeds is leading Arab 16-0, and then Gulf Shores 28-0 over Beauregard. So those are some interesting scores for us as we get ready to go back into the second half of the first round of the playoffs here, Moody Blue Devils versus the Scottsboro Wildcats.
Thank you, Brett. Hopefully we get Charlie on track and get Blaine on track. We can take the second half kickoff. We need to get a good drive going and put some points on the board. Being up, by up 14-3 is still too close for comfort for me.
Yeah, I totally agree. And just like what Coach Gaines said, this team specializes in limiting your possessions. So when they have the football, they hold on to it for a long time. So we got to get our points. When we get our points, the Moody Blue Devils are fired up coming into this second half. You love to see that energy from them. And again, just to paint a picture for you guys, our stands a good bit smaller than the Scottsboro stands, but they're packed in like sardines. And Moody has traveled extremely well for a first-round playoff game, 2 hours away in the cold. So, and Veterans Day weekend. So it's good to see the Moody Blue Devil, the 411 Nation, showing up strong to support their Blue Devils.
Like we said, Moody will be taking the second half kickoff. Hopefully we can get a good drive going, get some points on the board, play some good solid defense, and leave here with a W. Coach Gaines, when the team was running onto the sideline, Coach Gaines was getting the crowd pumped up. Glad to see that. I love to see a head football coach, get emotional during the games.
I totally agree, and it really transfers to his team extremely well, and you can tell that they follow his lead well, and he's doing a great job of keeping them all hyped up.
Starting to get a little cool up here in Scottsboro, Brett.
It is getting cool. Luckily, we are in a wonderful press box here on the visitor sideline, thanks to the Scottsboro folks. It's great to be here, but also good to see our traveling team.
I'm going to have to put my extra coat on down here on the sideline.
We love you, Willie.
Yeah. Willie's got that bogging going. I brought mine. It'll probably be on before the game's over. All right, we're getting ready to kick it off here at Scottsboro. A.J. Madison, and looks like – can't tell who's – little squib kick.
Aiden Robinson's got it. Goodness gracious.
Still running,
they let that one go on for a long time in the scrum. And
good
Aiden
field
Robinson
position.
was fighting hard for
37-yard line. So 1st and 10 Blue Devils from their own, looks like 37-yard line. Hopefully we can keep this clean as far as penalties.
That's exactly
Get a good drive going. Got Twins down here at the bottom of the screen and Twins at the top of the screen. Blaine Burke is the running back next to Charlie Johnston. Jacob Hadaway comes in motion. He gets set. Aiden Robinson comes in motion. Charlie takes a snap, hands off to Blaine Burke, looking for a little running room. He's met right there in the middle.
And that is Andrew Smith, number 13, the star of this Scottsboro defense. And he came in and made a huge football play, met Blaine Burke at the line of scrimmage.
That play lost 1 yard. So 2nd and 11.
Early on, looks like Scottsboro made some halftime adjustments to shut down what killed them in the first half, and that's Blaine Burke.
A lot of open receivers in the first half. Hopefully we'll have that same success here this half. Charlie looks over to the sideline. He gets his play. The play clock on the field is still not in operation. Blaine goes in motion. Throws it over to Blaine. He breaks one tackle but did not get much yardage. Maybe got back to the original line of scrimmage. So the play picked up that 1 yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10 for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, not a lot in terms of yardage on that reception, but honestly, it's good for a quarterback. Charlie Johnson only 6 for 16 in the first half. It's good for him to see the ball go into the hands of a receiver. Maybe that will help that mental block and help him get some accurate passes in the second half.
Charlie's waiting on the snap. Takes the snap, he drops back. He's got protection. He's got a lot of running room.
And that's a play made by the secondary in Scottsboro. They were extremely disciplined. They covered their men. Charlie couldn't find an open man, and the linebackers came up and made a tackle on Charlie. That's not what you want to see in the first drive coming out of halftime.
He got positive yardage, but not enough to make the first down, so it looks like it's 4th and about 8. So see if Caleb can get a good punt off here.
You know they're watching for that fake after last week.
They're bringing everybody. And there it come. Ooh, good kick.
Great
My
punt,
goodness.
great coverage.
My goodness.
And he fair caught it. Inside
right
his
out
own
to
10.
Yeah. Good. My goodness.
Caleb Goff, just a star player in all aspects.
Got a score update. Leeds is up 30-0 over Arab.
So they're really making a statement in the first round.
So 1st and 10, Wildcats, a good defensive series for them. Came out and did what they had to do to stop Moody, because Moody had a lot of momentum offensively in the first half.
That's right. They made their halftime adjustments and came out and played some strong ball in the second half.
Let's see what this defense can do. There's
Pitch
that
man.
option. Good
Caleb
defensive play.
Goff.
Caleb Goff, discipline.
Yeah. He stayed at home, and that's a hard open field tackle. And he took down number 8. Looked like Antonio Brox. He took him down hard. Solid pickup, though, for Scottsboro on first down.
Looks like he picked up about 8 yards, so 2nd and 2 for the Wildcats.
Marshall Teofilo in for the Blue Devils.
Man, we need a turnover. Jones waiting on the snap. Takes the snap, hands up off the knee. Kept it. Go to quarterback keeper.
Big hit again by number 10, Caleb Goff. And he's truly reading that. I mean, Jake Jones is a savvy quarterback. He knows when to give it, know when to keep it, and he's able to pick up a big first down for Scottsboro. So let's see if we can slow him down right here.
Jake Jones is a 6'2", 180-pound junior for the Wildcats. So 1st and 10, looks like they're on the Moody 24-yard line. Official timeout.
They don't like Charlie Kidd's jersey.
Yeah, his jersey's.
It's all ripped up.
And they're taking it off from somebody, one of the reserve player who's number 40.
Yeah, that's coming off. Looks like number 40, Eli Walker.
Jake Jones waiting on the snap.
Cam Malley swallowed up the dive, but that's not where the ball went.
He picks up a big gainer, about 12-yard gainer, and picks up a Wildcat first down.
We can't say it enough. That's the danger of the triple option. Even if you cover the first man, there's 2 more that can hurt you.
We need to get a big stop here.
It's a key
7
here.
minutes, 58 seconds to go in the third quarter. Wildcats are driving. We're creeping up to the line.
They're
Jake
making an
Jones
adjustment.
changes play. We back off.
Yeah, Zane Smith is giving him something to look at. And that's a pitch man, and there we go. Huge
my
play.
goodness.
Gavin Baker.
That speed from Gavin Baker.
I mean, he scraped
Wow.
him across the other side of the field, chased him down in the backfield, and here's the replay right here. I mean, watch where he starts out right over there in the middle of the field. They're making checks on this play. They snap the football, and he scrapes way across the backfield, gets a proper angle, and then takes down number 8, Brox.
Play. That play lost about 2 yards, so 2nd and 12 for the Wildcats.
Another huge play. Was that Brady Dodd?
Brady Dodd, Zane
Yes,
Smith
sir.
on that. Play lost another 2 yards.
And he never even had any option. Here it is. He fakes the give off there, and then he goes to try to pitch it, and he just gets swallowed up in the backfield. That's a huge play.
So
Zane
third
Smith
and about
Dodd.
14, it looks like, for the Wildcats. They're trying to get the fans up. It's getting loud over here on the Moody side. Third and 14. Nothing.
And I'll tell you what made that play right there. Barack Willis sitting and waiting, not overcommitting himself. He sat. Here it is. Watch him. He doesn't overcommit to the quarterback. He sits, watches the pitch man, and the quarterback decides last minute, you know what, I better give this thing off. But he has nowhere to go. Great play from the interior line and great play from Barack Willis right there. A young man, a freshman, very disciplined football play. That's part of the Stag Steps to victory. Good job, Barack. Good job, Cam. Good job, Logan. Scottsboro does not like the punt, but they've been forced to a couple of times here in this game.
You got to be careful here. It's playoff time. Crazy things can happen. High snap. Good kick. A.J. Madison. He takes it. He's looking for what? He made a guy move. He's looking for his wall. He's got some wall over here. And they're going to get a block in the back on number 19.
Could he get us on the block in the back? A.J. Madison. He employed the help of the turf monster right there to knock one man down, but wasn't able to find any space.
Looks like number 19 may be Sean Barnes. So they penalized 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
This is a big offensive drive for us right here. They shut us down pretty early on the last one. If we can establish, you know what, we're here to score points, it's going to go a long way to help ice this football game.
The way this defensive play is playing right now, one score from the Blue Devils could put us in good shape.
That's true.
1st and 10, Moody.
Speed sweep.
There goes Aiden.
Blaine.
That Blaine Burke?
It is Blaine.
Picks up about 9 yards. New little wrinkle. Hadn't seen that this year.
Yeah, they brought him over in motion. And
great block, and he stumbled a little bit.
He did, but that's a great first down pickup. Really opens up the playbook.
Well, they actually ruled him back, stepping out of bounds, so it looks like he made about 7 yards.
Would shock me to see Charlie let it fly right here.
2nd and 3. KD, I think he's had one reception, I believe, right?
I believe so. Kind of quiet, but they're looking to Aiden Robinson. Great reception.
Breaks the tackle. There's Mr. Reliable. There goes Mr. Reliable.
Wow. When he gets the ball, he runs hard, doesn't he?
Wow. He is fun to watch. A great young man.
Here's a replay right here. Charlie Johnston.
One tackle, 2 tackles. We'll be back to
here it is. Delivers a ball in perfect position.
1 tackle, 2 tackles, 3. Finally, the 4th tackler brought him down. Picked up a Metro Bank first down. Thank you for their support of Moody Blue Devil football. First and 10, Moody. Blaine goes in motion. Jacob Hadaway on the carry. Pushing the pile. Pauses. He's still up. He's still up.
And they're reaching for the ball. But they're not going to get it. And they're rolling about a 5-yard pickup. That's a great pickup.
About 5 yards. Jacob Hadaway.
And Jacob Hadaway, I mean, what a weapon right there. To be able to split Blaine Burke out wide and still have a danger in the backfield, I mean, it just gives us so many options. Great job. That young man's been blocking his heart out all season, but when he gets his opportunities, he takes them.
He does. 2nd and 5 for the Blue Devils from their own, looks like 47-yard line.
Josiah Dozier.
Oof. Picks up maybe 1 yard. Looks like he had a little room there, so it brings up a 3rd down and about maybe 4. Need to keep this drive alive.
We do. Blaine Burke back into the backfield.
2 minutes and 58 seconds to go in the third quarter. Trips down here at the bottom of the screen. Jacob Hadaway goes back in motion. Blaine Burke looking for room. He finds it.
Great patience, but nowhere to go.
Yep.
Great patience, but nowhere to go. It was well read and well played by the Scottsboro defense. And it's going to be 4th down and about 4. You can expect a hard count right here. An aggressive coach would go for it, but when your defense is playing so well, they may just send the punt team on, pin him back deep. That doesn't look like that's what they're going to do. They're going to go for it.
Charlie takes the ball.
And there he is.
Mr. Reliable. Wow.
Always in the right place
Wow.
in the right time. He's got beautiful hands. Gets the ball right before he goes out of bounds. I mentioned why not punt him deep and let your defense play, but Coach saw something that he liked and he took advantage of that. Hey, that play right there has converted a few 4th downs for us this season. That little out route from Aiden Robinson. This offensive staff loves that play.
Keep your chains moving, boys.
Yes,
Keep
sir.
your chains
Another
moving.
Metro Bank first down. We're in the Wildcat territory. Aiden Robinson goes in motion. Charlie takes the snap, fakes to Blaine. He's got KD Barnes. He's got KD Barnes. Oh, overthrew KD. Not a bad call. Keeping them honest.
Yep, I like it. You know, we hit 1 or 2 of those each game. So you just got to keep going to him and trust your quarterback. Charlie generally puts it in a great position. So
1 minute and 41 seconds to go in the third quarter. Moody's on the move. Charlie looks over the sideline to get the play.
You can pretty much call this 4-down territory from here on out.
Got twins at the top, twins at the bottom. Now Jacob moves over. Charlie takes a snap. Little screen to KD. Breaks 1 tackle, 2 tackles, and they're going to get Charlie for roughing the passer, I believe.
Yeah, but I didn't see what happened.
They got Charlie, I believe, on
exactly
roughing the
where
passer.
the ball should be.
Yeah.
Or the flag should be. So they're going to march us on forward, it looks like.
Personal foul, roughing the passer against Scottsboro. That's a huge 15-yard penalty.
Yep. And it was a good call. Been a lot of penalties on both sides of the ball. It's been a fair call game by the officials. They're doing a great job tonight. The first round of
And
the
with that,
playoffs.
picks up another Metro Bank first down.
Gives us a whole lot
Charlie's
of options.
tough. Yeah, he is. Yeah, a lot of options. But Charlie Johnston's tough.
He sure is. He's taking a few shots.
Blaine goes in motion. Throws it over to Blaine. There it is.
Double pass to KD.
Oh!
Almost had him. We scored on that early in the season. I think that may be Blaine's second pass of the season and his first incompletion. His quarterback rating is better than most so far and making 50% on the year. Great play call. I like where they decided to use it. Keeps this defense as well as defenses in the future rounds of the playoffs honest if we can advance here tonight.
Just a little too much air on that one. Blaine looks over. Charlie's looking back to the sideline. Aiden goes in motion. He takes the snap, low snap, hands off to Blaine. He finds a little runner, follows his big man. He's still going. He picked up about 4 yards, so about 3rd and 6.
He had a caravan to follow right there, and Scottsboro closed in pretty quick.
They're saying 3rd and 7. Actually 3rd and 6. Big play here for the Blue Devils.
Yep.
42 seconds to go in the third quarter. Blaine goes in motion. Charlie takes the snap. He's looking. He's looking.
Got him.
Got him. Great.
Josiah Dozier.
No flags on that play. We're in the red zone and knocking on the door.
Hey, what patience from Charlie Johnston. His offensive line gave him plenty of time to find the open man. Josiah Dozier comes across the middle, and he delivers a dart to get him upfield. That's a first down and goal for your Moody Blue Devils.
Looks like we're on the 6-yard line. Know what to They're going to wait on the clock in the quarter.
Not a bad play call. Scottsboro has the potential to.
Coach K, Coach Slade, and Coach Gaines are all huddled around.
It's 4th down. Put your 4s up, folks.
Yep. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Your Moody Blue Devils still leading 14-3. We're going to stay here. Let's see if we may have to stand for the lowering of the colors. I'm not sure if have not heard that announcement yet. But we'll be going to the 4th quarter with the lead. Great. It's Charlie Johnson on that last throw and catch.
Yeah.
It was a great, great throw. His patience on it to find Josiah. Here's the replay right here.
He's so patient. Offensive line gave him plenty of time. He lets his guy work across the middle and delivers a dart to Josiah. Takes the ball in, secures it, picks up some positive yards, puts him inside the 10 in a great position. A scoreless 3rd quarter, but our defense played lights out and our offense marched down the field on that last one. Not a whole lot of possessions for either team in this game. Both teams seem to like to hold on to the football for a long time. But it's good to see the Blue Devils in a great position to start the 4th quarter. You know, Coach Gaines knows that this team, their bread and butter, is getting the ball, marching it down the field. There's not a whole lot of chunk plays from the Scottsboro team. So the fact that we're up by a couple of scores here in the 4th quarter means that if we put this one in, they're really going to have to dig deep into their bag and try to find some chunk plays, and that's just not their forte.
No.
So we're really in the driver's seat of this football game. We'd love to see us put one in and kind of start to put the nails in the coffin here in the 4th quarter.
And Coach Gaines mentioned that at halftime about getting up and getting a big lead where they have to get out of their comfort zone.
Yep.
1st and goal, Blue Devils knocking on the door. Charlie Johnson waiting on the snap. Jacob Hadaway comes in motion. He gets set. Here's the snap. Hand off to Blaine Burke right up the middle. 1 tackle, 2 tackles. He's in. My goodness. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Wow.
Blaine Burke.
And we'll go to the replay right here. This is all Blaine. Watch the patience and watch the cut. Breaks a few tackles, follows Jacob Hadaway again. That young man, he can run hard when he gets it. He can block hard when he doesn't. Blaine will follow him into the end zone for a Moody Blue Devil touchdown. And we start to put the nails in the coffin here in the 4th quarter.
That all-important extra point. Snap, place, kick, up. And it's good with 11 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the ball game. Your Moody Blue Devils 21, Scottsboro Wildcat 3. We'll take a quick timeout. You're watching Moody Blue Devil football on the 411 Network.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
One might be tempted to say, "Excuse me, Mr. Grill Man, there appears to be a little extra burger on my burger." You're dang right there is.
Everybody goes to Milo's.
Welcome back to Pat Trammell Stadium here in Scottsboro, Alabama, where the Blue Devils just got on the scoreboard again. They're leading 21-3 over the Scottsboro Wildcats.
Yeah, and that's exactly where you want to be at this point in the football game. A 3-score game against an offense that likes to march down slowly and methodically, puts you in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter.
Junior Marino has it teed up.
A couple of dangerous return men. We got to make sure we break down and don't give up any big play right here that's going to swing the momentum. I had a feeling, and wow.
Yeah.
I saw some late action right there.
Looks like Marshall came up a little shaky on that.
He is. He's hurting right now.
They took a shot.
He did well after the play, honestly.
Coach Gaines talking to Junior. So Scottsboro's going to get good field position, not something you Won't.
It's going to be incredible field position. Marshall's in serious pain. I don't know. I don't understand why what happened, but well after the football play, he took a hard blindsided shot and got off the field quickly, but he's in serious pain right now.
The kick goes out of bounds, so I'm assuming they were penalized as 5 yards.
Coach Gaines
wants an explanation why they.
All right, the defense is a tall task, but I believe they're up to it. Let's see, we got maybe a false start here.
False start, yep.
Flags and whistles, boys. Flags and whistles.
That helps.
Gosh,
that was a good little call, but you got to – Coach Wiley, I'm sure, is not happy. Coach Gaines is not happy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a
gamble.
It's a gamble. I don't truly see there's a reason they went for it.
Yeah.
And maybe that's something that we can talk to Coach Gaines about in the coaches show this week.
So 1st and 15 for the Wildcats. He's dropping back, a little screen pass. He's got him over there on the wheel route, and it's
A.J. Madison.
A.J. Madison.
He played center field and looked like he tried to do his best Chase Jackson impersonation and couldn't quite get high enough. Again, this is what we mentioned. Even though they've got great field position, they're having to dig deep into their bag to find some chunk plays because they just don't have the time to play the offensive ball that they like to play. They like to give it off, get 3 yards here, 4 yards there, 6 yards there. They don't have the time to be able to do that, so they're probably getting ready to chunk it here.
And that play they just ran, Leeds ran it successfully, and Southside tried to run it successfully, but
that's when Chase picked it.
So 2nd and 15.
There's Brandon
Willis. Edmondson on the carry, so it's going to be 3rd and about, looks like 3rd and 8. Brock Willis comes off, looks like Simon Molay. Big 3rd down.
Yep. Nowhere to throw it.
The block in the back right there.
And Jagger Ludoff is going to come up and push him out of bounds. Flag. They're going to call a late hit right here. That's going to be the call by the official, and Coach Gaines is going to let him hear about it.
Coach Gaines is giving him an earful. No. He pushed him out.
And they're pointing to the official who was closer to the call, who actually has the right to make this one, but they're not listening. We'll let the coaches argue that one.
Personal foul against Moody. That's a 15-yarder. That hurts right there. So they're in the red zone. No, it looks like it's right outside on the 21-yard line. 10 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the ball game. See if this defense can rise up again.
Great defensive play. There's Gavin Baker.
Oh, my goodness. One hand.
And that's an arm tackle, but when your arm is that strong, you can afford to do it. And here's the replay right here. Again, very similar play to earlier. He scrapes all the way across the field, and that's why that young man deserves as many looks as possible at the next level. He's big, he's fast, he's strong, he's smart, and he plays hard.
Wow. So that play made about 2 yards, 2nd and 8 for the Wildcats. We're under 10 minutes to go in the ball game. He's back to pass, and he's putting pressure
Nowhere to
down.
go.
Good
Zane
pressure.
Smith in on the pressure for the Blue Devils as well as others. I think Jagger Ludoff was in there as well. And they said, you know what? Here's the replay right here. Yep. Zane Smith and Jagger Ludoff. Nowhere to go. You can tell passing is not their bread and butter. They don't have as many reps in that this season. And so, again, just not working out for them.
3rd and 17 for the Wildcats. Watch that little wheel route they've had success on tonight. Moody crowd getting loud.
And Caleb's communicating to his defense as well as Chase Jackson. Straight drop.
And he's under pressure. Look at Gavin
Baker.
Gavin Baker, what a game he is having.
Put the team on your back, young man. Have a game. That's 4th down. Listen, this defense has been put in adverse situation after adverse situation, and they've stood up every time. A series of unfortunate calls put their backs against the wall, and here they are standing up. Now it's a huge 4th down.
Play lost a yard, so 4th and 18. They're going for it. Moody fans are on their feet. You just got to be smart here, Moody. He's running. And there's pressure, little screen pass.
Little screen.
Great roll, what a great play.
Smith!
Yeah, Zane Smith. Zane Smith.
His stack steps to victory right there, baby. You want to be disciplined.
I wish y'all could have seen Jay Gaines. Wow.
Be in the right place at the right time. Let's see if we can get that back up on the screen. Watch Zane Smith right there. He was not caught off guard whatsoever. Watch him settle in. He sees the running back, and he's like, I've got something for you. Why don't you see how the turf tastes, and we're going to take that football. Thank you very much.
You can see Coach Gaines at the bottom of the screen. We need to get a camera next year just to put on him. I love the emotion from him, from
even
all the coaches.
A questionable late hit call, and then, Marshall looks like he may be up. I didn't see where he went. And, a super unfortunate call against him that was missed where he was injured, and defense stood up.
Well, it looks like we just got another penalty call against us. They're
probably,
backing us up.
Is it probably celebration?
Probably excessive celebration.
Yeah.
Coach Gaines not stoked about it, but
we'll
21-3 with the ball.
We'll hear his comments after the game. That's something, Willie, you may want to – I'm sure he'll address it.
Yes.
So 1st and 10, Blue Devils.
That just gives us a little bit of more space to work with to run this clock down.
Yeah, ball's on the 6-yard line. You got to be careful here. Blaine takes it.
Stay in bounds, and nope, he'll go out.
He picked up good positive yardage, about 5 yards it looks like. Second and 6.
It's a good safe play call right there. Oh, and we got him. Oh, my goodness gracious. And somehow they didn't call it. I'll leave it at that.
Charlie takes
screen pass.
Dangerous throw right there.
Batted down, but forward progress or forward motion.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and 6. Ball on the right at the 20. Charlie takes a snap. He fakes it. He's rolling around.
Aiden
Robinson.
Robinson.
He got it.
And that's a catch.
That is a catch.
But, oh my goodness gracious, it's getting.
They're ruling it incomplete.
It's getting concerning at this point in the football game. I've held my tongue. There's been a series of sorry calls the later we've got into this football game. And you guys are all watching, so you can make your own judgments.
Wow.
21-3, we've beat the officials and Scottsboro here in this 4th quarter.
Got to make sure we get a good snap. Oh, Caleb pins him deep.
It's a flag on the play.
delay a game. So you can see the 40-second clock or the 25-second game clock on the field is still on. It's not moving. So we can't see that. So they penalize Moody again 5 yards. But hopefully Caleb can kick that ball. Snap, kick. Good high kick.
Great coverage, too.
Good high kick.
Good job, Caleb.
So they'll be starting at their own, looks like their own 49-yard line.
And we just got flagged. Coach Campbell got flagged, and or it may have been Coach Chad.
Yeah.
He's pointing. We don't know what's going on down there. Yeah, he's pointing to Coach. And, you know, this is going back to me. Marshall Teofilo got laid out on a blatantly unsportsmanlike conduct hit, and that young man may be hurt for the rest of the season. The officials chose not to see that one, but then there's been a series of questionable calls back to back to back here in this fourth quarter. And I mentioned early on that they've called a fair 3 quarters. I wish I could say the same about this fourth quarter, even though we're up. Hey, and David, I'll be honest with you. I never talk about officials. I say you got to play well enough to beat the officials.
That's right.
But when the player's safety gets brought into question, it really lights a fire underneath me. And I know that as broadcasters, we're not supposed to make those comments, but here's my honest opinion.
Looks like
Well, I think at this point we need to get this game over with and get out of it before it gets any more challenging.
There's 7 minutes and 57 seconds left in the ball game. 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Moody coaches. Not sure which one. Coach Campbell and Coach Slade were all down there. In tight ball games like that could come back and bite you. But defense again, Alvarez the carrier, and he's not going nowhere. And he looks like he may be hurt.
Oh, man.
He's grabbing his leg.
I hope that young man's okay. He's played so hard this season.
He's down.
He's had great film, injury timeout. If you can stop and say a prayer for that young man, he's playing hard, and he went down immediately. We hope that he's all right. Number 99, Caleb O'Neal, will come in for Cam Mallory. Oh,
looks like he's going to get up, walk
get him on
off.
his feet. That's good to see. That's number 34, Keelan Alvarez, big, strong running back who's put his heart and soul into this game. So glad to see him get up and walk off under his own power.
That last play made about 2 yards, so 2nd and 8 for the Wildcats. Coach Gaines walking out on the field.
I believe he was saying it's time to blow that play clock live. Play clock live.
See if this defense can get another stop.
They did.
Just running right up the middle.
Logan Hall and Barack Willis in on the play right there. I mean, this defense has been so good. What more can you ask for from this Blue Devil defense?
Good as advertised.
Good as advertised. No turnovers, and they're still playing lights out.
Got a final from Leeds. They beat Arab 33-7. It looks like the final. So 3rd and about 5. Ball on the ground. Oh, what a hit.
Zane Smith blew up the quarterback there as he threw. Here's a replay right here. I mean, my goodness, full head of steam, a clean hit, and that's going to force an incompletion. Zane Smith and Gavin Baker have played incredibly this season.
Looks like Scottsboro took a timeout. We'll take a break as well. With 6 minutes and 52 seconds left in the ball game, you're watching Moody Blue Devil football on the 411 Network.
Contact local agent Bart Perry for an auto quote today.
Moody Athletics. We have a tradition of capturing the hearts of future student athletes. The initial attraction usually begins at the first roar of Friday night. the popping of a catcher's mitt, a deep three that sends a basketball crowd into a frenzy, or a kill on the volleyball court. There's always one pivotal moment that creates the thought, one day that could be me. Then that day comes, and you help create that moment for the next generation who will strive to fill your shoes. One day that could be me. Today it is me. Now who's it going to be? Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, at the end of the day, we're all part of Blue Devil Nation.
We're back live here at Pat Trammell Stadium in Scottsboro, Alabama. It's big 4th down for the 4th and 5. Moody shifts on defense, takes the snap, he drops back, looks, pass is complete. He picks up the Wildcat first down. Keeps the drive alive for the Wildcats.
Mole and Brady Dodd will run in to replace the defensive ends here.
6 minutes and 41 seconds to go in the ball game.
Again, there's just not a lot of time for this type of offense to score points. They're great to keep the ball away from you, but it's hard to get chunk plays out of the triple option. He's going to keep it. Oh.
Play picked up positive yardage for Scottsboro. Maybe 5 yards from our angle.
Clock keeps running.
Yep.
They're spread out wide. Look for a pass here. Triple option.
Oh, yep.
Stayed in bounds, and the clock keeps running.
So it's 3rd and about 3.
I have an update on Marshall.
Yep.
Let's hear.
It's kind of like a hip stinger. It hurts really bad. But they got him jogging and moving around on the sideline.
Okay, that's really good to hear. He looked very injured. So
and
right
also,
it is
starting to rain a little bit down here.
There he is, Gavin Baker.
Yep.
Just playing lights out. We mentioned at the beginning of the game it's going to have to be a big game for our linebackers, and it has been. Looks like it's going to be a 4th and short here.
Yeah, I thought he had made it on that last play, but looks like 4th and 1.
Watch this quarterback sneak. They've had success on it early, and there it is again. Looks like they got it.
Four minutes and 59 seconds to go in the ball game. It looks like he picked up the first down. Ball's on so it's 1st and goal for the Wildcats. Let's see if this Blue Devil defense can rise up once more. Timeout, Moody. We'll stay here during this timeout.
It's a smart call. We didn't like what we saw. Wanted to settle the troops down, take a break. Make sure we make the right call here on 1st and goal. Now, hey, if they score this touchdown, Hans team's going to have to be ready for the Blue Devils because they're going to have to onside kick it because they don't just need 2, they're going to need 3 if they want to get this game.
Russellville leading Fairfield 28-21. Leeds beat Arab 33-7. I don't know if that Russellville game is a final or not, but Russellville will get the winner of this game here in Scottsboro. 4 minutes, 49 seconds to go in the ball game. Jake Jones waiting. He's changing his play. Takes the snap. He drops back, and he's under duress.
Nowhere to go.
And he broke away. He throws it away.
Throws it away. I mean, he's being chased down from every angle back there. Brady Dodd's back there. Gavin Baker's back there. Jagger Ludoff's back there. You can watch the offensive line. Their splits are a lot wider on their pass plays, and what I mean by that is they're lined up about a half a yard off of one another. On their run plays, they're lined up within a foot of one another. So no surprise they went to the air there, but their bread and butter's on the ground. So be on the lookout going back to the triple option right here with Brandon Edmondson in at running back.
So 2nd and goal. He's got room out there. And he gets a.
He got swacked by
none
other than Gavin Baker, as well as Chase Jackson. So he'll go out of bounds. That'll stop the clock.
He's at the 2-yard line.
They've had success with a quarterback sneak, and there it is. Doing his best Jalen Hurts impersonation, trying to get into the end zone.
And he's in. Touchdown, Scottsboro.
Get your hands, team, ready. Here comes an onside kick.
They still have life. Four minutes and 30 seconds to go in the ball game. Waiting on the PAT from the Wildcats. They have a man coming in late. Snap, place, kick. And it's good. I thought we got a piece of that one.
Coach Gaines hollering hands. What that means, if you're unfamiliar, is Scottsboro's coming with an onside kick here. So you want the people with the softest hands that can receive that ball and make sure they don't fumble when it comes to them. And Scottsboro's going to have to kick the ball more than 10 yards and try to recover it themselves to get the own possession. And Moody will have a special package in order to prevent that from happening.
I know during playoff games, referees are from different areas, so it's not a local, I guess, association around this area. They could have been from Mobile. They could have been from, I don't know, somewhere else.
Yep.
They have to probably travel the same as we did. So
it's not a home cooking scenario, and everybody's human. I was pretty upset there earlier, but the safety of the players gets brought into it. It just fires me up a little bit.
Have to look at film and ask Coach Gaines about the hit on Marshall Teofilo. From here, it looked like a cheap shot, but again, they have to look at the film and see.
You see, only looks like July's is back at about the 30-yard line. Everybody else in Blue Devils, you can see a lot of wide receivers in on this play. Folks with the best hands. You also see Zane Smith is out there, and his job right in the middle of the field is just to hit whoever's trying to get to the football first. Looked like an offsides.
We got it.
We're going to get the ball.
Good field position. Looks like, who's that coming? That's Caleb or Simon Molay.
Couldn't see who it was.
That's number. It's Caleb. Caleb Goff recovers the onside kick.
It's a good job,
Moody's in
Caleb
good field. Yeah, Moody's in good field position here on the Wildcat 49-yard line.
So you're going to want to hand the ball off and keep it in bounds. Hand the ball off, keep it in bounds. Look for some screen passes here maybe if they do want to go to the air, but you want to keep it close to your chest and let the time run out.
They have 2 timeouts. We have 2 timeouts left in the game. Charlie takes a snap, hands off to Blaine Burke. Positive yardage.
That's exactly the type of play you want on this drive. Get us 3, 4, or 5 yards and let the clock run down.
He picked about 5 yards there. 2nd and 5 for the Blue Devils. They're just going to run that clock.
Yep, no hurry here.
And we finally got them to jump. Offsides against the Wildcats. Looks like that penalty will give them, make it a first down, a Metro Bank first down. Thank you for their support of Moody Blue Devil football. Jake's telling them to reset the game clock. Referee's telling them to get back.
Now he's saying run the clock.
Yeah, the clock's going. You can't tell about the 25-second clock because it's not in operation.
Puts us in a difficult position to run the clock down, but I don't know what coach is looking at, if we have our own timer or what, but he knows. He's like, all right, now it's time.
Yeah, he's telling him to go. There's Blaine, finds a little hole, bounces outside. There goes Blaine Burke. There goes Blaine Burke. Great block on the end. Blaine Burke down to about the Looks like he's about down to the 10-yard line. Now they're actually marking him at the 8. Another great run by Blaine Burke. Here's the replay.
Incredible run.
Patient, looking for his blockers, and there he goes. When he gets an open field, look out.
And it doesn't matter what stage of the game that we're in, when that young man gets a football in his hands, he's thinking 6 points every single time. And the clock continues to run.
We're in the red zone, 1st and goal. That was another Metro Bank first down, by the way. We're on the 9-yard line. Clock running. Getting ready to be under 3 minutes. Charlie looked back to the coaches for the play. It looks like they're going to get us for jumping. False start. Jake's telling reading something to his coaches. Still 1st and goal for Moody. Hands off to Blaine. Looking for room, cut back, up in the middle.
He was patient, but he had nowhere to go. Scottsboro held their ground.
Looks like timeout.
Timeout Scottsboro.
So they'll have one timeout left. It's 2 minutes and 52 seconds.
Yep, they didn't have any other option but to call it right there. They want to try to preserve as much time as possible.
Jake's all the way out on the field talking to the head ref, as you can see on your camera. He's giving him an earful.
Yeah, he's not happy. He says about when the clock is starting to run, and the white hat saying, hey, that's his responsibility. That's not on me. And Coach, not pleased with that answer, but here we are. Under 3 minutes left to go. It's a 2-score ball game, and we have the ball.
Knocking at the door.
Yeah, knocking at the door. So we're in a good position to win, but you want to do so cleanly.
Going back to the referees, again, they come all over from the state of Alabama. And, you know, it happens in games. You're not there on the field, but I'm sure if Jake's not happy, he'll send film in to the Athletic Association, this association of referees, whoever they belong to, or to the state, file a complaint.
Yep.
See what happens. Charlie takes a snap, looking at Blaine right up the middle. Blaine Burke, the ball carrier. He's at about the 5-yard line.
That's the last time out for Scottsboro. That's really the only option they have right there. If they don't call these timeouts, we run the clock all the way down.
2 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the ball game. Once the game is over, we'll have comments from head football coach Jake Gaines. We'll need to talk to Gavin Baker. What a game he has had.
Huge.
Tonight. And I don't know, Willie, you may want to get that offense, see if you get that whole offensive line, because they have had some good pass protection, and Blaine's found some good running room.
Yes, I already had both of those things on my mind.
Okay.
Gavin and someone or somebody's from the offensive line.
Yeah. See if the Blue Devils, I'm sure it's 4-down territory here. Make them drive the length of the field. 3rd and 5 on the 5. Play is whistled in. Blaine Burke right up the middle. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Touchdown.
And that block by number 53, and there should have been a personal foul on number 42 because he just pushed number 53 for us back down. He pushed Jackson Randall. He did a pancake on him.
Yep.
I don't know if we can see it on the replay. Maybe we'll get Eric to pull it back up after this all-important
Here's
extra
the replay
point.
right here. I mean, a
pancake right here.
Great block.
And then you see that.
That's going to be touchdown Moody, and that's going to
Snap,
secure the
plays,
victory.
kick, up.
We'll secure
it's
the
good.
victory, and we'll get ready to prepare for whoever's next in the second round of the playoffs next week. With only 2 minutes and 41 seconds, a 3-score game, it's going to take a miracle.
2 minutes and 41 seconds to go in the ball game. You know, the Blue Devils' average score for scoring defense was around 17 or so. So they've been keeping that pretty much all season. Leeds scored 24. I believe Bishop, McNamara, they scored 14. Pell City scored 24 on them this year, but that defense is
so good. If we score 28 points in any football game in 5A, we give ourselves an opportunity to win.
Yep. Defensive, they got a lot of people coming back next year. I know this season's not over, but the depth, as Coach Gaines has talked about, is huge. Junior Marino set to tee it off. Good high kick, and they're going to get us for offsides.
Yep. Something that we've struggled with consistently throughout the year is that offsides on that kickoff.
And Billy Ray's giving the referee an earful, or he's telling his players.
Yeah, it looks like he's hollering at the players right here.
Coach Billy Ray Morris, Moody alum, along with Coach Brandon Campbell and Coach Chad Slade. Moody alumni being on his coaching staff. All three good coaches. So Moody penalized 5 yards. Interested to see what not sure how many penalties we've had tonight, Brett, but it's been way too many. One too many.
Yep.
Look at Junior Marino. Good kick.
Booting it.
Takes it, crosses the 20-yard line. He's looking for running room. He goes up the middle.
Can be a dangerous return, man.
That was Reed Potter on the return. We got some guys slow getting up.
Yep, Caleb Goff, one of them, who was in on that tackle
Colin
there.
Baker comes up a little slow. Coach Campbell's giving his defense instruction. Good to see a number 5 Josh Willett in the ball game. And also coming back is number 99 Caleb O'Neal.
Yep.
He broke his hand earlier in the season. I heard he lost a couple of front teeth, too.
We got 3 down linemen, and that includes, of course, number 7, Barack Willis. Let's see what this whistle is here.
I don't think we had enough players out on the field.
In a passing situation, you can bet your bottom dollar that number 7, the freshman, Barack Willis, is going to be out there. And, hey, and I just saw here from the sideline, he's wearing an Alabama Crimson Tide towel.
Oh, okay.
So maybe he's sending a message to some recruiters who may be out there watching this game tonight.
He'll get more offers. He's got the Ole Miss offer. I know he's talking to some of his family members. I think he may be going to Tennessee on a visit. He's talked Auburn's showing interest. There's going to be a lot of schools showing interest.
You better get in early.
Yep.
So there's our 3 down lineman right now, but Barack will probably slide in. Look at him playing that almost that jack position, that off linebacker who rolls down to the line of scrimmage. It gives them something to look at. And we sent 5. And they got nowhere to go.
Great discipline.
Wow. We had 3 true down linemen, but we sent in 5. And so that's really tough for an offense to read pre-snap. So that's a great defensive call from Coach Campbell and really gives them not a lot of options here with only 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the football game.
That play made 1 yard, 2nd and 9 for the Wildcats. As the Scottsboro crowd starts to head out. Late pitch. And he runs out of bounds, stop the clock. That's Antonio Brox.
He's pretty quick, isn't he?
Very quick. 1 minute and 57 seconds to go in the ball game. Once again, I want to thank all those watching tonight who purchased a subscription to watch the Blue Devils. You were able to see next week's game as well. Hopefully we'll be at home. We'll know pretty soon, I would believe, Brett.
Yeah.
Third down, just runs right up the middle.
Gives to their big man. Good to see him back in the game. Again, that's Keelan Alvarez. He's a big, tough, strong runner. Oh, that was a trip. Didn't see what happened there. Obviously, some extracurriculars.
So 4th down, 4th and 1.
Back to him. Again, strong back.
He is
keep
strong.
It going. Again, back to what you said. Thanks to those who purchased an NFHS subscription. It's a valuable subscription. I mean, you can watch plenty of football. You can go back and watch other playoff games that are happening around the state right now. You can go back and watch, historic football games. There's plenty of stuff. So I encourage you guys to surf the options that are available with the NFHS subscription.
Alvarez again on the carry.
And he's a senior.
So this is his last ball game.
This is his last ball game, and they're letting him get his here as the clock winds down under a minute here, and the Blue Devils up 28-10.
53 seconds to go in the ball game. He's back to pass.
And that's a
pick.
Yep. A.J. Madison.
A.J. Madison.
And that's going to be A.J. Madison's 3rd interception on the year. He's played well all season, and you can pretty much ice this football game as the Blue Devils will get it, put that in victory formation, and we'll get ready for round 2 of the playoffs.
Looks like, from what I understand, if Russellville has beaten Fairfield, looks like we'll be hosting at home next Friday night at the Bill. So we need a big crowd. This is playoffs. We need that atmosphere to be rocking. We need that place like we're playing Pell City or Leeds. We need it packed.
From what I'm hearing, Russellville won 31-21.
Okay.
I believe that's the final score. Now, that could be incorrect, but looks like that's going to be a home game at the Bill. Like you said, we'll host the second round of the playoffs. We're in a good position to make a run.
Make it to the Sweet 16s, they say.
So we're just going to push forward on a quarterback sneak to keep us out of the end zone.
Yep.
That looks like it's going to do it. It's a players line up at the 50. Scottsboro is going to go ahead and start walking.
Great win for the Blue Devils. Coach Gaines meeting Coach Bell. Big win number 9 on the season.
And the biggest one so far.
Yep. Now we're down to 4 games, Brett, but the next one is all important one.
That'll be a home game on a day that we actually have school. We didn't talk much, but players didn't have school today, and that can sometimes throw your schedule out of whack and make you play a little wonky, but they seem to be prepared for the game, and they came up and played a hard game. Scottsboro played very hard-fought football game. They're a tough, gritty football team, and they march the ball down the field. So congratulations to them on a playoff-making season. But we're excited to advance into the second round. Your Moody Blue Devils taking on Russellville at home in the Bill next week at 7 o'clock.
Trying to find Willie and Coach Gaines.
He's got it. He's got him. He's headed towards Willie right there at the right of the logo.
Let the camera, if they can see Willie, if he can.
Coach Gaines giving some love to that senior who played his heart out, Keelan Alvarez. Great young football player, and here's Coach Gaines
We're going to take it down to the big man on the sideline, Willie Strickland, with head football coach Jake Gaines.
Got to get that hug from the wife.
Yeah.
Like I said, coach has got to make sure he gets that hug and kiss from the wife.
Got to.
Great playoff win. Tough second half with some very tough calls we had to deal with.
Yeah, it's you go on the road anywhere, you gotta be able to overcome circumstances, and unfortunately, we can't control a lot of things on Friday nights. We can just control our attitude and our effort, and I do think our kids played extremely well. I think that that offense they run creates a lot of problems for us. One, limiting our possessions, and two, just kind of pounding on our D. But man, how about that freaking defense stoning them all night? Gave up that one late, but man, I'm so proud of them. Offense scored when we needed to score. Did a really good job of controlling the clock, but just so proud of our guys. And playoff wins are hard to come by, and it's a brand new season now, so we got to try to go 1-0 next week.
Well, just to let you know, looks like we will be dealing with Russellville next week.
Awesome. So they'll be coming to us based on travel, which is great. Get another home game for our seniors, for our fans. I know we had a bunch watch from the house tonight. We had a huge crowd show up and support us. So thankful for them.
Yeah.
But it's it's exciting. It's really exciting. It feels different this year. Everything that we've done, every piece of adversity that we've faced and overcome has set us up for this run right here. So we got to try to continue to stay healthy and try to go 1-0 next week.
Well, Coach, congratulations to you. I've always said I love road playoff wins, and we got one tonight. So congratulations to you.
Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, Willie. If we can, try to grab Gavin Baker.
Yeah, I'm looking for him. I've already told him I wanted to talk to him after the game to come find me.
I see him down here on the end. If you can go get him before they start their – we got a long ride home,
He's
folks.
a little bit to the left side of that pile right there, Willie. If you keep walking, you see him? Yep, you got him. Get him in there.
Let's go ahead and get him. Let's go ahead and get – well,
I have been overruled.
Understand. Maybe Coach Gaines won't be that long.
Hey, I'm going to stand close to him, so as soon as they're done, I get it.
But me and Brett could talk a little bit about this game tonight, a huge win, being off. Sometimes an off week, you can either come out on fire or you can come out sluggish. Moody came out a little bit on fire, a little bit ready to play. Sometimes off weeks can hurt you. But they seemed like they took advantage of that off week, got healthy, and came out and got this big road win. Like he says, anytime playing on the road, state playoffs is big to get that W.
It is huge to get that W. And, again, we did face a little bit of adversity. One of the stag steps to victory is to keep it clean and play disciplined football, keep the laundry off the field. We would like to see a few less penalties because there were some legitimate penalties given up by the Moody Blue Devils. And later we get in the season, the more that's going to harm us. But looking forward to next week against Russellville. Russellville, the Golden Tigers. They've only lost 2 games on the season, one to Mars Hill Bible, who's just has been a force to be reckoned with this year, and then they also lost to Athens. They beat Fairfield tonight at home, and they'll be traveling to us next week at 7 o'clock in the Bill, so a good draw on us.
They're doing a team picture real quick, guys.
Okay. One thing about Russellville, there's some history there, and Willie could be able to find it, but I know we've played them I believe 2 or 3 times, and we come up on the short end every time we played them. But one game, we're going to go down to Willie, the big man on the sideline with player of the game, in my opinion, Gavin Baker. Willie, take it away.
Big fella, your senior season will continue for one more game. Awesome game tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you. It's just the next one, But, yeah, we put our hearts out today, and we're going to keep doing. We obviously made some mistakes, but we're going to keep on to the next game and fix our mistakes.
Well, you made some outstanding plays, so was it something that you saw that stood out to you?
No, sir. My coaches just put me in the right position, and my teammates helped me make my plays.
Well, just like I told Coach Gaines, I'm telling you now, we will be matched up with Russellville next week. They took care of Fairfield tonight.
Yes, sir. It's just the next one for us.
Well, we look forward to seeing you play next week, big fella. Good job, and you know I love you.
Thank you.
Hey, Will, if you can, get over there with that offensive line. Just right there and interview them all.
I see them.
They're taking their picture.
Yeah, hurry before they break up.
Again, what's better than Gavin Baker, a humble young man like that plays his heart out. He's got everything that you want in a linebacker.
You're going to have to get up there, Willie, because they'll let them see you. All right, there.
All right, hey, guys. Come here.
Get all of them. Get that starting 5.
I know this is probably the first time in my history of doing this I get to interview the entire offensive line, but you guys had an outstanding game tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
They know how to say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so just like I told the last interview, we will be matched up against Russellville next week. So what are y'all looking forward to that?
I'm just ready. I'm ready to go play.
Well, great team effort by you guys tonight. Y'all opened up some large holes, and you protected Charlie, and you've been doing that for the last few games. So congratulations on the win, and we look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Thank you, Will. Thank you, Will.
Love you, boys.
Willie, thank you. All right, we're going to call it a night as well on behalf of our producer, engineer Eric Parsons, our camera people, Mackenzie Smith and Jonathan Woods, our big man on the sideline, Willie Strickland, my partner in crime, our color commentator, Brett Staggs, our statistician, Talon Smith. I'm David Simpson, the voice of the Moody Blue Devils. We'll see you next week at home at the Bill. Once again, thank you for purchasing a subscription to the NFHS website to be able to watch the Blue Devils. But if you can, be at the Bill next week. Be loud and proud. Once again, you've been watching Moody Blue Devil football on the 411 Network.